Ebenam mesunienya fertilizer, specialty fertilizer or Ghana. Can't say specialty fertilizer. Ghana ye blanket fertilization. Obia MPK 15 23 10 10S. Obia ko marketer they are there. But don't forget to say assassin e Ghana no. The award the 5 northern regions. And the award Ashanti region no e differ kakra. And this we blanket fertilization in a way no yield na no by na udua no so free man may not be up to its optimal level.
Okay.
And it's most advanced countries they deploy their friend specialty fertilizer. They trying say your share of size so near your palm will coat amount. And to me beauty amity here no me such and it's a me cost to say me kwa to coat. Now me to coat Mr. Speaker quota and we are now unica adan me trouser.
Okay.
Now, in advanced country, do speciality into your bar or far Freeman and Central region, no 2 say, no, they are collab, no, what tested. Now, I have fertilizer, any Central region, soil texture, composite, BBIP, or qua Ashanti. And the 2017 was to do.
You need to ensure, say, test the quality of soil.
Exactly.
Now, what would the specialized fertilizer?
Good.
And now
so, the nature, the texture, and everything. So far the soil characteristics now what test or lab. And it's nka Bono region the food basket of Ghana no. Oh yeah fertilizer and say agrochemical. Obeye de ni asase no bobia eyepe.
Okay.
However no ba ye mamu hana. Ye fertilizer na blanket. Obi akọ odwa so okoya na wakoto body o fertilizer oni de akugu so.
Abra yen share the nature of the soil. Any baby aye
ko. Now, into 2017 was to do specialty fertilizer. In fact, many MCF Bahama umbedi 6 months here or then it was 10 regions in Ghana. Into a core region be to more sassy at the core Mauritius one and a company meet you a core lab for testing who said and the northern region saying was a fertilizer cohonie. Yeah, copim sananke was buying any go into offtake agreement. In fact, the lawyer of the ministry at that time drafted it, but Abrofi bank was a sign so and almost signed down no more. But you see, Mr. Speaker, Akola obewu. Odema agbu shopper obewu. So who dream? Now you work a dreamer, don't let it die. So from 2017 to now, almost 9 solid good years. Mabamumuye. Fast forward. Abra abansi san ya buy. Made the appointment the amami timuda.
Okay.
Obekano krade bia na me no can say look, I believe say new bia na appointment se fatano. Nipa bia hwe utina wato woche. I believe say I'm a born business guy, I'm a born entrepreneur. But you need an ecosystem be make me properly vision.
Okay.
Yenu anu mamu Asia, South Africa and other European countries now me business. They are not better than us. There's a woman in Ghana, a friend of Zonda Tech whatever or ye cast near there. This woman, all you know, there are some players behind her. A whole government in China may be behind her. And this how by a crow we munso so a dear bakwan a tidy and yana say, ye free be unlocking state purchasing power. E was a buying so wasene. Na idea ne crowd so idea ne bet me aboaso woman problem. The state must support you.
Okay.
So in 2025, one day me wo hona na me ta call Malaysia ba. So I got a call from a great minister. It was a random call. No business. Now your bad brain we was a man for be bridge appointment now. Me the na me minister. For me, appointment no. But I think as a Obama me akwanya there. There's an idea I have in oil palm development. So mama akwanya make me see ministry na name I could pay investors aba at no cost to the ministry.
Okay.
Until my mandate letter in June 2025. Semi fanko Asia. Na me corporate possible invest for oil palm. Me call me buy. My company took up the entire cost, my accommodation and everything. Me call buy. I got a individual and they were willing and ready to invest $50 million in oil palm investment.
Okay.
At the report, the share in same monetary committee. 2 weeks later, then finance ministry took up the oil palm project from MOFA to finance. Now don't forget, sir, me the investors here Barbe share minister. Changing personality will let them think, say, how come Yaye Wenina to end as a change? Okay, then we are no more interested. It died. 3 months later, he didn't give up on me. Then was some money another letter say, okay, beyond oil palm, they are the bring a bit me as and the idea. No, so me call oil palm, you know.
So currently, you know, what happens to that initiative, you know, the oil palm? Because I remember, sir, Finance Minister Adam saying, sir, I buy a take certain, I mean, deliberate steps. You may grow the oil palm sector.
So right? The oil palm, the SCCC and say, Ghana buy Kasa sell the $500 million for the next 4 years or so. So this private sector investor may not be of necessity. I did a bit me here and say, be a technical knowledge transfer and obitim their but they're also not interested in that. And so the oil palm thing vanished, it died. Then we went into this organic product. Until me call Malaysia and Abraham and then oil palm plantation. Let me who say Petuo or Petua Ghana who say who a bay for Abuano call Malaysia. Obi business and so on Petuo ton.
I see.
Because Petuo no eta will maybe and also bois in several ways, pollination and other things. And Petuo no so to meet you or walk into call Malaysia. Every oil palm plantation ewo Petua obi yen and netonwa. And also, I'm not therefore. And to me, who say, Oko Malaysia, no, almost 3 cash crop per year oil palm vegetables, no, almost you so largely organic products.
Okay.
Organic, no matter Oko Draman, so the value, the premium value is higher. And to me, catch a minister say, okay, so oil palm now and co ye dia, me call enemy who a lot of manufacturers of organic product, let him do maba. And your son reissue for me another mandate letter, still at a cost to my company, not to the ministry. I went. And the company and they say, look, we don't know our in Africa. But so person would they about Africa there. And your cost for coming will be borne by your company.
Okay.
Because we are better see a product in any idea to we are. You are becoming our exclusive mandate holder, not only for Ghana but West Africa. So me no I can manage me the nipa 5 by ebe share minister and your presentation was say look chemicals and pesticides dem for ye ni eni ho dance
yeah and say collab
and the minister ye say yenko PPRSD and EPA PPRSD a plant protection regulatory directorate of MOFA omo ho no mo test ade bia e ko nuane no bayem eye chemicals pesticide. And the product in for 6 solid months. Echo PPRSD. And the PPRSD so they call demonstration farms.
Okay.
Echo testing who say, sa organic product here modia bay. Say subjectly the guye no by swa. In terms of assassin ho den no ebehano. No by na ebe free mabano ni
quality be.
Ebe yesen. Yield improvement. Mpendo se ne betimi aso. Mr. Speaker, you really report the free mobile and say sa no baye ya san lie with table isu nyina no from this as the compost part so we go no baye so a ebetima so in excess of 50%.
Okay.
Meaning say na wunya 10 now apply this compost ebema 15 which is 50% more. Now we come to next booster no say be boost to no baye na hoden when to say we apply to product the yield can increase by
in respect no by ben year can was
into cereals
and I said
cereals, tree crop, vegetables, etc. flowers.
Okay.
So we apply next booster, the yield can improve by over 40%. Don't forget to say the amabo swing cannot be applied to cocoa.
Okay.
No, some company sorry. Now me turn any of these product ma cocoa border a criminal offense because so ba beton will not buy ya regulatory compliance e was from the ya form no PPR dia a certify EPA certify say you certify we na person or turn no buy ma cocoa border e be take it minimum 2 maximum 3 years and so now the cocoa boyfriend Greg Cocoa Research Institute of Ghana waterfall in the eastern region. No more so as now retested all these products. No more we are. Or mama report to say a woman said product cereal, food crop, tree crop can apply. But say about cocoa the number 1 cash crop there. Enyen ruhoye.
Okay.
Now mom said the quite Greek. Not Greek man report to say oh a woman said the man bro veggie atosodia ne niema by 40 to 50%. But ABS out the back cocoa, don't forget, say, technical specification in your pay. Until now, me know say a product here, can only be used for vegetables, cereals, etc.
Okay.
Say, me faculty kwanso. A cotton product BBR the cocoa board that make Marco jail up to 25 years because me nyam fan ko Greek e man Greek any yentu
and certify
and is a share yen certification yen free PPRS the Onua. This is certificate say we can go into importation of the product where your product registration certificate. This is also product registration. This is product registry, which I said all these items can be applied by MOFA.
Okay.
And MOFA in charge. Don't forget, the cocoa board is under finance ministry. And the MOFA say, you bet him the way I apply. Then we come to pesticide insecticide. And the pesticide in the guso. Where DB mass spot kill. Which means spots. It means on the spot, say I apply this particular pesticide and as a chemical, and the good news is it's organic. Then we come to also this one into a vegetable. How? Say the idea we go so it kills them on the spot. Mr. Speaker, then we come to where your friend soil enhancer. The case of soil enhancer, obit me do as I say to us 5-10 years now as a query. Assassin query we are. Yes, see, I deal the tour near corner follow period. Into culture science now regaining the strength. With this product, you don't need any follow period. Into a friend of bio enhancer.
Okay.
Into assassin what do I query no? I query 2, 3, 4 years. With this product, you just spray on the land. Give it maximum 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month. The soil nutrients now get depleted, it will begin to regain. And there are 5 products in the Beko market. 2 air fertilizer, nest booster, nest compost. Pesticide, to where soil enhancer. Into call the northern part of Ghana, assassin be air query noir. With this product, by nature, Udo assassin a few years. You don't have to wait for additional 2-3 years. Udo we now spray this on the land. The land fertility will be regained. And to wait now more fire say look, based on the report free PPRD EPR banner. Yajiatum. Ya the call demonstration farm. Ya per se now say we are self and then Mr. Speaker. Every country is going organic. And I will not sit here to condemn inorganic. No, yes sir. You could be a for nigga. Abra unya my no be market. To be so more than one and now so much for DDR from 57 till now after independence. However, so could be man so now. So 2 farm produce. Now back here the organic and a year now back the inorganic. A lot of people prefer the organic produce more than the inorganic because health complication, soil protection, climate change, and other factors. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say, or the Aquatic Economic for Transformation Agenda by say, young come more organic. But organic medical show said the technology, the cost is very huge. And Tinipa be brain time invest in organic. However, in some other way you say, and now some MOFA, and they are going to a 10-year collaborative agreement signed with the ministry in Intino. Where for the next 10 years, MOFA say, or better minimum 5,000 metric tons of our product every year. The implication is now say what guarantee market in Tino. A bit mama near me the price can be competitive.
Okay.
Number 2, don't forget to say we are going to move into
Semofa no eto over 5,000 metric tons now. Obeche edi America for free of charge and that's so
that is how MOFA works. MOFA Alpha or Mama Park Limited as a vendor. Just a wood over supply near my now. MOFA the man we are no amount designated area.
Okay.
And it's good. And it's a Ashanti Bunu is also Mama Park Limited. Organic products now year turn for 2027 no. Fakwa Ashanti and Bunu East. Yeah, the man we are more designated districts. Now per this collaborative agreement any MOFA sign. Yansu Yama minister ya where say with this agreement no. Yan fire product no command MOFA directors ne keke.
Okay.
Because my presiding member da Metawe Public Account Committee. Among 40 member committee na fertilizer free mofa na enru kwenyi ne ho. Enti yenhye mu ye se mofa ema ye contract ni wie any season na ye de niam na ekwa. We want it to get to the farmer.
Now farmer ni yusu.
Na farmer ni yusu enkoye se His Excellency Mahama I release this through Honorable Ato Forsen. Mofa ato fertilizer organic ye bo hu the rule say enu na ye agro input ebooma ya pomodeni betima ye afi wo behwe no na mampanyina releases ka finance the score agriculture minister de na adwem no nim say ekọ ashanti ekọ bono is afi bo nse kwemu baabi na ya divert car na de ekọ bokina ndi won say public na kwani na anya enti per this agreement I sign no ye beye practical knowledge transfer and it's a minister my Ashanti region whatever district be my no we are taking our product not only to the assembly, but we are going to make sure, say, your product never go to the actual farmer. Look, we are DC, we are MC. You bow what I need you. On a boom MC. Minister say, I'm Rab Namum, ye or my park limited, ye distribution there, ban. Young fancy own some coin. O district now, woman, my young who afford to do a person and come home.
Okay.
Because don't forget
the specific farms
exactly
would demarcate.
You have to traceability. Okay, traceability ne say uton wo nema. At the end of every farming year, you need to trace the source. He na the product egu ha iko ye. He phone use ye. Feedback ben e ba ye. Impact ben challenge ben no. But yan hwe ye a won the best say mo for top fertilizer maybe 20,000 metric tons. Yeah, kwachama ekuafo.
So still ekuafo so say omunya
sa nema no. Enti ye on say every vendor bia no can be a trader. But ye de no de ye wo collaborative agreement for 10 years but I say in the next 10 years no ekuafo do na ntimi nya gidie enyu so organic product. Society gidie ne beba mu a it call for say wo na wo ye supplier or vendor no take the initiative. Go to the farmer. Enti Nyankopon ya adma me ne wo kase the good news is yeah the project no minister say he doesn't want just the trading part. Or per se yensi plant na nkasa. Okay. Enti yesane agreement no 27 July. Just last Monday me call Finso the project me call Finso North.
Finso North.
District Komada and King Council in Mpatamu. The good news is that through Honorable Caesar, the DC and the coordinating director no Oma release 25-acre land for the project. Oma show official letter to the company.
What it means is that Ministry of Agric, any more partnership, ensure say sa product you be manufacture or Ghana. You be manufacture and say you be manufacture or Ghana ha. You be call Finso North. Akumadan because a whole vegetables.
Exactly because of Ghana Uzonia, Bono East Ashanti region part of Bono and a half on. When you do organic product and a bit of northern region. So if that is the case, that didn't young fan call baby a bank for because who fertilizer company wa cry. Who we final product now? A fair now Sunday befa car. Every ha ediakoho. And the decision is based on this assurance a ministry no dia maye Yet the project ne call fence in accommodant. In fact, ye assembly no adjacent. Into assembly ninia ye ni omo na bohye and through the DC oma allocated 25 acres of land for the project. In fact wa manan so ade chia no no assign for car back e ma me ni ono DC ni mienu ko agric minister say as part of their contribution no almost the land dey boa so and now me no work as fast forward no Akumadan force and offense on my henny. And say the assassin ma don't forget say they are the original custodial owners of the land. And the documentation wise no affair na DC no offense now officially transfer ownership to Mama. But once you are there, the good news is say GCB Bank PS and so say once your organic product they are interested because every country in the world wants to go organic. And the GCB Bank PS also to for in fact that ministry no signing MOU agreement they were there. Okay. Now no I call friends of Akoshi Assembly no GCB Bank to for nipa me and to join us. That should tell you say the project is bankable. The solve problem I na dey be complaining because you used to inorganic na my assess query. But who will take the initiative to make it organic? That is why I think say mefa onua o show yi so kan wasem yi na makama sem yi say Madam Peniase.
Okay.
Because you see, nipa ba ku ni kusuno ba mansa na cherry. It took an individual to have a vision, say, yen transform agriculture.
Timuku suno ni wi munyina mo
che no for idea papa bra. Man ko sense ase na da chingala nsam fo an ko jail. Oti ase. Enti by and large.
What so be ma so mo che na dey.
Fadwen papa bra.
Okay.
So person onya aban mu mfa so a meka wo show we so. Man kobo aban mu krono.
Okay.
For idea obiti wa idea na.
Be solve the problem.
Be solve the problem. Look, idea we am de banya me kwa na me NDC na me bo ma party ne ba power. But beyond NDC is a solution. A solution na akuafo a hwe ne na wo nua show isu be je to say dodo na organic product.
Okay.
Na unim the good news nam say aban na maye sustainable order for every year, you know. Ebema yet me sell it to the open market very competitively. Because now make us say every year me have 5,000 metric tons order what it tells me is say the little
produce we our off takers.
I will have off takers.
Okay.
Now ebeboa my minister and Susan can send be say beyond Ghana set me ye year na so tena ho cha obeso omamba park agriculture limited inside the Yakwada West African market because most African countries want to go more organic, but somebody must show the way. And
by and large, you know, before I wrap it up on that, you know, project Nankasa be started again because again,
right,
you some initiatives are abaya hodwo diaba, right, under the planting for food and jobs,
right,
phase 1, phase 2, there were so many initiatives abaya, I mean, abaya sisa. Na enema ni nyina no asesa, right? So the question again, no, and it's NDC has done almost 20 months, right? Sa project ebefra se da ben Ghana ni na all share with the hope say ebetimi akose de esese eko na the end game no kwiani no betimi enya so mfaso no timelines no anything and then how is the Greek ministry together with a company trying to execute this particular project.
Okay, so the speaker project is in 2 phases.
Okay.
Yebewo phase 1, which is the blending part. Phase 2, full scale manufacturing. Blending part and they say idea back now was a tea portion and so on say that the raw material they buy these organic items and agricultural waste. Inti infan say what could cow bofre where the old twegu. Sa bofre na wo twegu no e raw material be feed industry. What kawa be where you want mefin na wo kwa twegu no e raw material ma this value chain.
Okay.
However, and san ye betmenya in larger quantity. I almost say how they bring raw material na free no. For the start Yeni manufacturers na Malaysia and boom, so they should bring the semi-finished products until they will do them in big drums and bring them on the bar. Then we will do the repackaging and the rebottling and everything in Offensive North District. 1 to 2 years later, near to me identify say ye raw material na the beye niema we nyina no Ashanti region honey benya free. Ahafo honey benya free, Bon honey benya free. Then we also outsource that to a different entity as an off-taker. And to one who say, more farmer or Mamba Park Tech Limited an off-taker.
Yeah.
In the next 2-3 years to come, another company is also going to get another business. True say, the man off-taker say, to mefen fabre.
Okay.
To abroad abrodu afabrai. And through this, no, it will create value chain of big enterprises.
But again, not to let you go on that, no, a buying purpose in United so be creating jobs.
Right.
And through this agreement,
right,
24-hour economy, no, it is still a part of more promise. The
sure.
One casa as BOT offer so I would check him. This particular initiative, no, creating how many jobs
right
for the Ghanaian youth. Now
for the blending part. We are looking at minimum 50 jobs will be created.
Okay.
Senyame I don't need graduate to full scale operational minimum 100. There's also one other thing as part of the agreement briefly. All over the world, every farm is going more precision farming. It's a friend precision farming solution. As part of the component, you know, you need more feeding kita the precision farming solution so that more farm. The say So over 1 hectare of land, I also with me predicted. Say me do for na me the fertilizer say pesa say guswa. At the end of the farming season, no, make many a days bags of maize. So solution and share then Rugana. Through the agreement now you sign it, and no so me say farmer service centers now move for air crate, no. On top of that, no, or Mamba Limited at the precision farming solution at the camp. Cocoa board so you know medins are also to advance level. Going forward, no, we are piloting starting by October.
Okay.
Said the be a better than so but Ufa Ghana Kuafua or Majuma Yamuno, they are going to adopt what we call precision farming solution. And the last of it all. Once will be Binabu ya own Turkuma. Now, on the Mofa, a Yama, or Mopa Limited, the answer so we also return the favor.
Okay.
And Mr. Speaker, fee farmers there because of national one or Bono region, no, all the billboard on Besino, our company is taking up that cost.
Okay.
Until fee farmers, the billboards, ABC, farmers, the ground so telescopic flats and most ABC as part of Yansu contribution. Say more for it, me my offtake, Asha Yambodia. Yansu, you are contributing something back. Until farmers there because of national one, it was December 4th, no. Yes, your contribution to it. And say every advertisement will be home billboard that will be seen as part. And so we are funding that for MOFA.
Very well. You are a young man, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You're very self, and the Honorable Greek Minister. Your showman said the Mwakani but we are guided by the case of Sidu Agongo and then Opuni as against the Republic. I don't know.
This is a landmark case.
It's a landmark case.
That's it, Mr. Speaker. Who said?
William said by the fact of that case, you know. A similar thing, and as I say, more try some obey, right? And we are guided by it. Footwear say you must as well be guided by that landmark case.
Sure.
Said the I mean, in the end, you know, Ghana Kuyanino are the main beneficiary. And until that play, you know what this sound.
Because said, do you have a corner and sit and say, who you take command and in Tonko?
I see. BOT, Mame, and now I say, I don't pay. I'm highly grateful for your time. My name say, oh, be
I'll come here a year, Yamia Duma, or my year today.
Okay.
Give me 1 year. Let me go and do the real work. A year by today, Meba Hano. Now the project is happening in Finson District. So give me 1 year, 12 months, and then 8 August.
8 August.
So Yamia don't need to come 8 August 2027, host me. And you see real action on the ground.
All right. I was saying, I mean, now I say, and Bernardo Drotechi and Yanino Edin Kobono. You try your home briefly. Yeba Doma Central, Rashebedwani on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress. Ebe join here. Now, after the Honorable Alexander Kwesiakwa. And so, Ebe join here. Akimodam Rashebedwani and on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. Na afe yetimi eni omo edin komo now week yi mu fu no ho komo no ekoye bibi e but president step in eka say yen subsidize a year diesel prices no at the pump no by 2 Ghana cedis. We are told say ekwa Kusi bosome baako na afe yahwe the impact the rising crude oil prices on the world market no ebetimi enya on our economy any aye again further decisions aban no ebetimi ateke and stay with us you free enomuba the executive director for semse ebe join here na afi yetimi edi energy nso eho enkomo ma yintwa ehombra yeba yebeto aso.
Aduane bia no ehyasie e de free baby enfie bebreni ya de aben wa ha adwumedie no free studios and ye do somo
say no you see mom ma ho ka yen ya beto awo mo ho e restaurant e bar ufiefie wo de to zafra ye
de anyumu foforo any din foforo and ye de eba bedai enuanum asoto e de amamo
na wo no na wo kire ye ni bi ni ye sam ye ni fifre that is ye do come on here was the hey yes of ketwa now what the tongue what dian now the tongue what there
Anunti when the AJ pounds and the kasubum
I was here meeting the AJ pounds na me and I do me die e won your TV me di ho tia me abi wa ha are ready abi wa ha I say are ready asa others there
abi wa ha Mimini Debia, 8 p.m. Ewo Onua TV so.
Onua TV, ye dwene ho pa.
I present to you the winner of a German Warfare Season 3, Adobia.
In the afternoon and in the evening, there's a question that we can live
A German Warfare Season 4. Enchebia e baso ewo Onua TV so.
Asena kwasena baby o. Connect FM Western Trade Fair. Egwesifu wani bronya na this trip 2026 or your different class. And they thrower cat sang C set with Nef. 9 solid days of warriors at Twazana Juinua. Saturday, August 22. Zikesi Sunday, August 30. Or your gangway wabi. Tekradimo Nenimwa. Fanzama be a red one, and it may be a rat and a probable the ring your market. Na sanitary customers. Live band, fashion show on your side at Fashion P. Registration na shase dada. Azay, men chip monsenja wo. Fresesia wene buku space 054 557 2856 and 024 578 7886. Connect FM Western Trade Fair. Yanabwa for rap energy solution. Elvis Kebab, MTN Momo, Onyen Media Partners, TV3, Onua TV, Onua FM, 3FM, Akuma FM, MG Digital, and Adisa Productions. Connect FM Western Trade Fair. Now, Fimozena, Samba, get watch your deliverance. Connect FM Western Trade Fair. A good for one bronya.
Mame and now I say bio Kawasem years so now say oh share DSTV so channel 361 Go TV at channel 116 and see I don't pay more join the no yenam say Kawasem years so your weekend news analysis program now. Benjamin Insia Atnas, Executive Director at the Ma Semse Anafe, the Honorable Member of Parliament for the good people of Doma Central. Na Michia Papa, you know, in fact, Oboy Juma for the very first time in the constituency. The Honorable John Kwame Dujak Atnase. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Na any mamuti saying?
Radiadom, Eguso, Edumana dear. And yet for Morososa, but we are focused on you get to where you want to get to.
Okay.
And the focus is my people in Doma
Central Boko there.
Yes.
Menu seat now the former health minister ni seat Anna Ojifri in the year 2024, right?
Yes.
So the question no say a Juma Ben na wo ye wo Doma Central and they are sustaining seat going into 2028. The likelihood say Ebiana Kwekuajima Menu are maybe, but whoever comes, I'm very much sure say you are also hoping say NDC party Ebema Wakwenya na wetimi asa kobiem. Enti so far the Juma Ben na waye ebedia dance say ene Ajima Menu kodie, but oba ye Kwame Jack also wo ye wa famudi asesa wo ye.
Right, Mr. Speaker, me da say maminchi T4. Any ahwefo said ya kan no on say honorable Kwekuajima Manu wawo ho ache enti definitely onya ba be step in babia no wo no a then say o ma ho mene so and I'm one type of person here tembia me ka say I just don't want to come and do anything than to leave a mark ubia ubitwemu 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years, no bit me appoint to say this is a mark of our past member of parliament.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I'm doing. Maybe to Domano, me who say na enema be bre eda for kakra. From the network challenges, road infrastructure, which is the biggest problem for me now, school or education in general, then health. These are the areas may imagine say metacle. And what I did was say, me buy me who say, Omo the yensa so projects be so, and I think the projects be quite 2009, 2010 a war
that's the yensa kabati
the state, especially school are dying as a phone. So I decided, say, instead of starting a new thing now, my first 8 months now, those projects now, ye jai agu ehono, memfamin sankeka, nti obadoma oko
for so many years, Koko Ejima men within our parliament, you know. Sani meya oboso nyina na ma bibra went me
Onua nkasa the project initiate
Orezi Doma Central from nowhere. I mean, Doma Central seat in the very prominent in Ghana's politics.
Yes.
Koko Ejima Menu became chairman of the Public Accounts Committee for years. And he is almost the longest serving health minister in our republic. You are saying, say, such infrastructure development, the constituency, no, not elake.
Yes, because as far as I'm concerned, me better not this was the state. And so, me encourage the crowd, no one can the project was started a small maternity ward for a community, I think Eskesu here community. Or you know, more or less, there 4 or 5 years near abandoned project no.
At the time I was health minister.
Yes. Maternity.
I don't believe this.
I am saying it.
Go online. Say, a health minister for almost 7 to 8 years will see maternity ward and when the community more. Kweku Ejima Menu, the former health minister in Timi and CNV.
When we enti say Oshe meneno koye handi over the project to the community because me buy a behu project. I was going to build a facility for the clinic because we call rounds. Enti me ko two clinic no na omo it's a clinic there, but omo one room as a ward.
Okay.
And then a house in Kuala, a house a house mama. And a maternity now, existing maternity, and I want that facility called the clinic, you know. So, you know, and no, ABC new maternity.
And then the watch as health minister.
Yes, obviously new. Don't worry.
Difficult.
I handle the new maternity na Emma Kromono, me buy. I invited him. And me call round so I mean who said this is the state, you know. What I decided to do, they said, memo 15-bed capacity ward. There a supplementary existing facility now, so that a bit me a hypo the catchment area. And straight away, me who said then structure, ya bosu, ya plaster, but empty. So Nanka, your former member of parliament, yes, will see Dino as a maternity diamomo, but it's been abandoned for 4 years plus. And so, well, then it won't sound well as a reasonable human being or somebody who thinks, say, may Baba be see a ward momo, but at the present age, you know, maternity no we use yet. Ubia be sibia, well me, wajaho, enti. Sadia me project na me pesa me yeno me hold on even though I was with the contractors na se for na near rounds yen finish project na beto ya yesi na ye maternity na yema any operational for the people. So I focused on that block. Eye mu adwuma sese me ye bia ye siline tiles ne nsuo eye ne sese me ye nyina e na me municipal chief executive nso ebeso masne se wo ye dia and quickly ma menye borehole emaw enka ho so that ebetimi aboa maternity no and so papa mawie enti me wie ya sabi ye nkro nketo anom no wo ma omo nso ani kakra ya de air condition na abo omo ho a wo ba wura ho a wo ho badwo
okay
ana me invite me angasa me nua pani in fact fa na me frɛ no me nua pani honorable Kwaku Adwuma nse Kwaku ade na ba bia du no wadwuma na ye ya wawie no makwa akwakoye because na me koye adwuma ho nti mawie me mpese me nko amekɔ sɛ me de kɔhye nkrofo no nsa because me buy na why structure na si ho
okay
nti one me nyina nko nti be ni nyina mba beginning no kra ho no otwetwe na me bra Kwaku ne me sɛ mafra we wanko a me amatwire speech ama na hwɛ sɛ me kɔsa wasa ama mpakyɛw yenko na woni omonkasa na me nso be ni omonkasa na enja project no ema omo sɛ ate nsa ombetimi ayisu and God so good obai ema emi no nyina eko hande project no edema kromofo enti this is one of the things mbeto ya na ewo ho a na I needed to tackle immediately edoso uko amasu Islamic primary school and also na ukura akra waninje I had to quickly put it in order masisia maye ho adwuma nyina afi nkwala no kom uko tranane clinic and also the same thing na enyanika but nyame adom no so ma put it into shape ama kromofo ankasa kra CFF project ano wo moye no wo aputu but wo ntimi mo so wo nyehwe currently as I speak to you the chance here so be absorb straight there are many other things
abo shoe now be occupy ye ne so Kwaku Adwuma no be bia opeja adoma central din be drew ye in Ghana's national politics any adwuma obeye or parliament for now I think you are a backbencher. Yes, you would have to fight hard to ensure say what the domadi ebetimi edu that particular status. But we wish you all the best in that. I'm sure sir going into the next election we will have the opportunity to discuss some of some comma happening within the constituency. But parliament arise, right?
Yep.
Okay. And to say more humeje mo kakra. Mesa ba so bi. Mama Ben insia ache na mema no akwaba. Ben, good morning.
Good morning, Kwame.
Na enema mu tsayin.
Ami ado.
Na watwe na koye de.
Ase me hu say ya say ne why fresh we de chale akoye ni ya. Akoye pa na ni ya MP so ye nyina ifre bono. Ta me dwen se bi anka ni ya. Ka sen ka bono kasa ni be kan ana
se Bruno dos
anti menka do ma de na beka German.
Fantastic.
Me de kebeto keso. All right, to Kwame, me hoye pa.
Okay, very well. I'll begin with you because Parliament kwa humeji mu resume mu leadership the majority leader say Andrea president at the notification about there's been several changes set say the majority leader Monene woho Ramahama Yariga Boko Central Mrashebedwani and sana mu peja mono they say omampenye yini say ono na enkoyo soafo under the local government ministry na afei so the local government minister Ahmed Ibrahim yede no eko works and housing so co defense and afei wawu nia bazenaton so eko the science and environment ministry and mamintio on the few changes omampenye aye I'm sure say majority of Ghana for NAT and openo expected a massive or a major reshuffle, but the Dikaya Abeni and Mamintio, especially James Agalga, Unimno, Ewam Rashebedjem, the Jumedio Dino Eteseng, and then he becomes next leader, Semu Resumia from Mauritius. All
right, Mr. Speaker, Medasi, Unim. Nka adi friend reshuffle ankasa a year free the vocabulary of Ghana. Because for the past 8 years or 12 years now, I'm saying I feel now Sabro for back to dictionary reshuffle. Because in the previous regime, I think Kusi say Enrei appear. I think it's in order. And it tells you say Amanyoku a friend National Democratic Congress have the men.
So more men, no?
Yes. You can change the entire ministers and still get good replacement for all of them.
I see.
Yes. And same applies to Parliament. You see the caliber of Honorable Honorable Mahama Ayarga, who senior Nipa Suno, Otie, Nidimina, a basse, even in court, Banta Bikura, Neba, who say Ejano so free minority now. The way Obe handle situation, no, and in the calmness, which must say yes, maturity is at its highest peak. I don't know, a mudo. Enti yen ye be meseno de but equally nipa na ye de neighbor no with the same standard sana mbesebeka no somebody like James, Honorable James Agaga, yen nyina nim say ministerial appointment na people were looking at say nka osheba before from
yes okay for defense
enti no say Honorable James Agaga eba as our majority leader. Media me face say a good replacement for Honorable Mahama Ayarga. And so there's no cause for alarm when it comes to your leadership. And we are happy. In fact, Oba Senior kind of backbenchers platformer, you're happy say at least ye leader no air quote nanim na ye de obi to say Honorable James Agaga eba abeshe nanai na Omoaba abetua Jumadia na Honorable Mama Ayarga na odi eboa your leadership no. In fact, he's a leader par excellence, but James also will handle the situation the way na Honorable Mama Ayarga handle no. Oba your ministerial reshuffle me feel say this is not the only thing because nyanya aba awia ni nim say step by step. This is the first tranche President Waye. Now, Ohe Nipa, ya appointee Omuya. Me feel say, and I say, ya shifty post amomwa. I think they are all fantastic persons. Somebody like Honorable Ibrahim from Ahmed from local government. Yeah, the Neko housing. Yes, housing. So, you say there are a lot of problems. You face most especially you drew nano ya and suito and you who say you were never be bra as you want to know. I don't see it said or move a free akohono a good omen. He is going to perform the way he has already performed under the local government ministry. Me and Casamania ba Zanito Lawrence. I think say yena akura can be backbenchers na sefo yina even yenuano opposition for yina utie me ankasa menua minority leader at the time obeso regina bia no ne references no is to Zanito, which means say obia nim say what it takes obetimi a lady, and so going to occupy that position no me feel say ne kwanso no. And the other shift from housing to defense. Yes. And I yesterday when I heard the news, I sat back and just loved His Excellency the President the more. You know why?
I see.
He respects the people he work with. Also, enipa omufi mu a enura ye put ye appointment for the two positions no. Air defense and
science and environment.
Wama ye nyina atwen afibako after their demise. Ama ye jomo kwan kura omo afibako ansana or ye sa replacement. And for me it is good. It's an honor to say yes, we still recognize you even within more journey now, more for 1 year. And so after 1 year, then he made that replacement, and I think it's a good thing. Me pay President Asem the more. Me penasem dada, but the B ebe come home say ampa. He actually know the people he work with, and he respects them so much.
Okay.
Even when you are absent.
Okay. Okay. Member Ben, so but the Honorable Alexander Kusi Akwatina said, NPP Brashimi Edema.
You see the seniority always exists everywhere.
Nikuli had to know Air Konoke. Honorable Kusi Akwabaji.
This is what I did was
Medas.
Yeah, Pambi Mammy.
Medas, Mepambiama, on the problem. Now, any moment to say, I think what that is saying.
I think my dad is what we need here. If you know what you are. I didn't go to show see a bomb.
So what you do, as a miss, I said, do you want into Umpomu Cosay? Sanity for some
part of my was also Mehonia, but I said, Mio Christo.
Okay.
Bible Master Bakwam GD and say, was you can dance you? Where do you buy the camera see so?
Okay.
Do you buy a course for a young camera and see swallow? And also,
I see.
Maybe because he knows it. Your position, I want. It's a very enviable position. Nipa no wa fo amfa soro o do be fa fom. Na empani se domani esa de so takache. Ntino we the camera da so. The camera na so anyame atwitwaje ye no. Enu se sa na anyame be twitwaje ye, especially when it is for a worthy cause. And then no the focus about achimda.
Okay.
And then empani bebre na afre me. Say MP Galamsey now walk into Yakobo Nidia. But there's one thing, he knows it as a member of parliament. Nipanoa Efremian have told them, say, more encouraging MPs than Yanko Galamsey, because it is not easy. One, Galamseyers are very powerful. Two, youth na Sabe, Yan Pejuma Ma woman, and no didim kakrakra. And me, I've been doing this for over 1 year. Within that 1 year, I mean, mobilizing youth to come against me.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Our constituency.
Our constituency. What do I say? Then he continued to say, or him be crowned so youth no call demonstration, or him the castle casa for about 30 minutes. It was all against me. Nancy, so was me by ye, Minia Kumano, your friend, and he said, Omnia number than Diabono sono ahemfo ne kasa no aso bi akagum so say me gu o man ni mase. It is because ye tu kawanotum, but I'm for refi say ye to aba ma say gine mu ma nkrofo say ebi nkoso wo hodo mu a ubeye din, but koso na say ya dachi bi ye be bisame enti no ye starting hold MPs responsible binya oni me nyadwene a bad thing. See, because I have had colleague MPs telling me, Kwesitobo. Colleague MPs.
I see.
Kwesitobo. Are they way dangerous? So I say. But, means to me who danger no minti na.
But my honorable question I maybe say what opinion is since when na ufra say unya tinka say uhu such activities of Galamsey untimentina, because under the former regime wawa by na similar incident never happened.
People will attest to this fact to say,
okay,
on our various platforms, Galamsey in 7 minutes in the bar. I came very hard on it.
Okay.
Now, if you catch them say, "We be in Kosovo constituency, it's in a no air deno." So that's it.
And as I say, I bang more.
Say a woman, and no one I am sincere. Because da ye bomb do ewie ya na no wotena se na wo mo kan sem no ewie ya no 2 days pe na police no ekwache Galamsey SB. The video of that Galamsey site me film I can share with you people na mahwe. It was so bad. In fact, me hu ye na say hey odana pa ni eni akire e wo kwa ho pe the police for no kwache wo mo. Now the police in Oda is emboldened to now work because they know that there's a member of parliament who is vociferous on it. But you see, I'm saying, say, oh, you know, it comes in this week a lot of danger attacks. Attacks. It, you know,
and I'm told, say, there is an orchestration. Say, or primaries, no, they are going to be loose.
That's it. It, you know, and young one was say, your president, Eka say, former president Kasi Bakunya Ebetoso, because he knew what he was talking about, and I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Say this is a kind of trader. So 1 year it can cost you so much because Kofono you're involved. They are so powerful. They have everything it takes to ensure say 1 year with lose Wakunya.
But question maybe say Uye weni nyina no o party ni mo in the region any constituency even at the national level no o party ni support na because nano ya wade ya mo ye demonstration me hu ye ensu a wasagu bottles mo a ekura wa o the nam street so near there so o the backing of the party in doing their uye ya na say e bedroom pempenso bi ma primaries beba ma I mean ya beja wesi kwentin fima akoye wo nko awoko.
Me presidential candidates are aware of what I'm doing. My friend me, only made in common. A party impeding for a friend me, only made in common. Look at your Saturday when Michelle says me to one amono. Minority in parliament cry a press conference calling for the investigation of Miniakuma MC, you know. Because you see, Onua or yeah head. The bedu baby no. I wasn't talking because people made it political. Because it was said, say, Unyaya that you ever contest, they were able to push the narrative, say, may hear the political. But I wanted to stay back. Nanka, Onua, team in Seminole, take you over. Now, me family evidence in my woman, no more share. But Ubia Mwame, I petitioned the presidency last week, maybe say, other than be media idea. No, I have petitioned the presidency. I have petitioned local government minister, maintain. But I am happy, say, and there. Shraj has taken over, and a report that I have seen, Shraj has referred it to OSP. Seminuano etse and Nankadia Mekano, who say a young Fonso, the entrance in Kao, and then who say a young Fonso Minebu. No, you're but where you decide to launch an attack on me, especially using your power, your executive power as the MC. Your billboard says what Onua could trade. Why they not try billboard? Yes, or assembly the control billboards. Does it billboards even though we have paid Onua could trade. And that case is with the court now. The MC, he is being prosecuted with some other people at the court. First time a certain MCA is being prosecuted by the police. Me who be that? It's the make us say the party in penny for N24 say catch a graph a crime. But any of their chance war because and then no Galamsey they cost them. Made the video just send producer. We are 3 days after Nana Motrans and a police for Koche and go for if it's a site. And then I went and took those videos. Okay. Police for the officer said, "Omu here for more evidence for court." 16th November, there was another arrest like that. Now arrest of course one. Omu JJ baby for exhibit. We didn't get the case going on. Other police force and Yama JJ as exhibit. Womonsa and Kaya. It's me no demonstration. I joined the demonstration because I feel say the departed souls, Nipa Watcheno, they need us to fight Galamsey. Now N11 say Adrian Ofia Crofo, no, by referring the Samuel. The video free Crofo, no, that will deputy coordinator, referring Samuel Abuaji wife, Kasano, or Kase. Now Abuaji was going to fight the president of the rivers. Abuaji was going to fight the bleeding of the earth. But those things are still continuing. She is calling says I was the best tributor, and all the others, and they say fighting Galamsey. We don't have to make Galamsey political. Now everyone say one more almost fighting Galamsey, so if we politicians get involved about politics, okay, it's in Gomunya and Ka Omumum and Ko. Now Omo fighting Yanua more credibility no Omum fighting because they say no Aya West. Obian Sujitum say Aya West. This is where we need them to fight. Audio say nya say NDC4 branch executives say Wajo Musika ewo Onua nkasa abase sikaram je me my receipts and also ewo who the court no akoma receipts of Galamsey a crime. Receipt is also being fined for illegal mining. Assembly need to mesa. Who assembly will need to mesa. Receipt now also with the man for no. it was still attached to the receipt book.
Okay.
And now they so everything shows is that you took the money, but maybe can't enter that culture receipt. But I am not the one to determine. Investigators must investigate and then get into it. If we're supposed to be prosecuted, they are prosecuted. They are credible. Everything will be fine. Mr. Pinka, me bite on the reshuffle.
Okay, that was one son of my baben show now.
Reshuffle idiot.
Na me dreams be an never ma.
Oh, but that's all kinds of things.
Gani chemune.
Igana na.
Sesina reshuffle no dem hu na kura manage home.
Oh, you see,
except some time no yan tisa brofo no.
Na no. Na me dey obi kasa say nipa no me kai no a, obakasa me ngonhye because I had said, sir, Zenato position betimi affecting the power environment. A lot of people say Nkonko defense. But me kasa sabe Ghana yenye no pempens obi a sabe general say money ade no to be easier for them to be betimi nya oba defense minister. And she's worked hard, very astute. They need brain the defense in Yemaho, very sharp. But I felt to say, another person who works so much on the environment. The money at the gender and environment, she's always there. Money at the Gilbert is so there is to be expected. Gilbert J. Right, former deputy minister for defense.
Yes.
One of the trusted people of the Bahamas. So close. In fact, initial appointments in Impuno, not Ubi himself or defense. Now, what's the house of the Yanted in Kakas because Onua or a smooth operator Kakra. Yanted in Kakas and Oko defense. Anyway, defense in Yabibia, a Casa Bibri. But I had a problem there. Said the TBI, and it means that Boja Denfi must be getting his way out. Because Gilbert is an Ashanti.
And a Brujansu Ashanti.
Yes. We cannot have those two people manning one ministry. We ethnic and the regional balance no one. I will say to me balance. So defense in the hands of two Ashantis, I don't think so ever happen. The ones that Gilbert Abani there, Boja because let's mark it.
Okay.
I'll be so surprised to see the two Ashantis.
You raise a very genuine
concern. Yes. The two Ashantis no a war Ahmed works in housing. Ahmed a local government minister. Me a deputy ranking for local government committee.
Okay.
So
many are saying say as a Oba local government ministry no on said that more the whom more than
you see, there's a problem. There's a difference.
Committee
there's a difference between being in opposition and a war abem. Ahmed war opposition no na the need gen a war ni advocacy mo a common fund. Ti about parliament in and anytime a parliament common fund be delay biano, I mean the study boom. Na abai watch the no akwibi aba. MPs so the common fund ba. Jo car cry no ya wa ba mu de but o car na ni age. Until we thought to send no be minister no. Can you but it's been a very slow ministry. Minimum say ya combine a lot of ministry, chieftaincy, you don't see much of the local governance. In fact, one of the things that Ebo Abenyi from MMDCs, they have that sort of autonomy. Sebisika akudiom some endorsement. Papa is good. We commend the government for that.
But it is the same minister, Anna Yama Omosika near the common fund, the Ebiabeka near the.
I tell you, sir, yes, and no, buying a priority. So time in the year we were using the money in Accra, $1 million, one constituency, certain priority areas. The central was controlling it.
Yes.
But when you push it up, but the numpono ushemupano, you push yakono, the sound so diverted a commanded contractors if in cry a call. So the local governance thing, no, you say entrenching decentralization, it is not coming at play because MC is no or they contract a fee in crime, but it's almost as if say what the contract no. We know the money is just showing in the accounts.
I will
local
that's for that one I disagree.
Oh, let me show you. I'm telling you, 24-hour marketing and Tokoda home, Ebia, Unkawa, go to your party, Untiminka, be the main cultural as a deputy ranking for local, but I know what's happening. 24-hour
the
market.
awarding of the contract to contractors
and I see. And they didn't have control over it. It's the MMDCs, local governance aspect, it was from Kakra. It was a Oshubobi, Ebem.
And you think Mahama Yariga is the right person?
Well, I think on that side, but baby, I honor ham kakra any chieftaincy honor with that honor. Because on no one can send backyard. The demo a jet demo. Now, what be take his position where no, I don't know how he is going to be able to work out that a portfolio, no, a chieftaincy, no, because it has one volatile area. I will say, yes, and I be so ready politics into it. A known secret that one of the right hand men of Chairman General, I say don't get here.
Ahmed Ibrahim.
Everybody knows to say General, our control over MMDCs. Politically, he knows. Say most of the MMDCs.
You are telling me you don't know.
And to make catch up.
And agenda say Ahmed Ibrahim free.
And the political.
So that general influence beba from.
That's it.
MMDCs.
Because he appointed most of them. And he has control. I mean, there are some. We have to keep it among ourselves. And Ahmed, if you want more, that control will not be politically, that is how people have interpreted that. James was expected to have gone to defense. Obiafo say, what check the defense or what Jehovah Juma, what Siasia money a day. It is a young farmer near the Bema. Very trusted person there, and young fat leadership which is equally a good position. And James can really work and work so well
in Parliament.
Okay. Now, there's one point I want to make. Mama Yariga diano, ma yen taking it lightly. When him say LGBTQ seminal, he got into a conflict with a system.
Okay.
Because whilst the presidency and lead speaker. FLA said the way your LGBTQ are there, it was a bit of an embarrassment to the system.
Yeah.
He insisted that Parliament are passing 10-1. It's a young one was say, yeah, sorry. We have not done anything about it. So it's still hanging. The reference said the speaker has arrested it.
That's
it. Because he expected Senka, you better want to sorry. And so and it was him who kept on insisting, say, Parliament are passing and nothing can be done about it. One speaker had a different view, and
the presidency.
We a leader, majority leader. Now, you are a leader of government business. You are supposed to be carrying government business. One thing that entrenches are me believe a time one on only majority chief whip. A put in team crater say, yebe spongy OSP. I mean, for a leader,
and also there are a lot of controversy.
A leader of government business. Leader of government business
had a different stand.
So for me, Okasa that presidency enim hubia minyindi because leader of government business, must make sure they work with presidency. But later President Bekase be impenetrable. That is it. But everyone say majority leader. Any majority chief will be meeting team creator say Yanyambra, Yanfampamu OSP. Such a very important organization. Yes, OSP, officer required the Pamuno. Office no na yes crapo. It was a very delicate decision that I always felt to say the president knew something about it. But President Suka said that. If you hear more, I hear Becca say, you run the leadership now. I said, well, no, Would you baby? With me, I say, what to me now? Majority front bench only the house on leadership. Young family.
Now, there's also the argument. It looks as if Onua Mahama Yariga leadership or parliament, For instance, before Amobabe Rise, there was an introduction of the cocoa bill on the 28th of July. 29 July. Now started some debate cocoa bill. 30th, 31st, before I'm rising, now passing cocoa bill. Under a certificate of agency. A very important bill, a bar out, a lot of Ghanaians are raising concern as to how mubetimi apepre mo ho pass such a bill.
In fact, there was one
and
clause
the same thing that happened here with Eslan so no. So I mean, it looks as if say as a bibia no ye pray ho tentem na ye.
But see, the speed with which you pass a bill there, aban bia was bia no be the majority leadership. So ultimately easily through. This time they have the numbers. Into no hey, you be can ye dey. But no, but this is
a bill like cocoa bill.
What clauses say? Maybe call Hansa no that posterity will judge us because muntie but yebeka and we say then you should have listened to them. You should have listened to them. It goes against the government. One particular clause beer cocoa bill no ye free Muhammad Shah Honumam say clause 83. Which said, Obia Obakoye mining 500 meters to a cocoa farm.
Protected farm.
Near the no. Yancho Bokum 10 years or said, near the. And why you consider no? Leader, sorry, say, we are veering into policy issues because the presidency is the president that has the power to allocate where mining should be done. What do you say? You know, say, that might be an affront to the president's power. It was asked to be deleted, and it was deleted. I think it deleted, and I'm saying no.
No, but current one,
but that particular one was deleted because you see the protection of cocoa farms in Ewoho. Several clauses
from clause
but
80,
that
no?
one because 83 no 83 as you see now no and yet the original one I have kept it. I can show it to you. The original one made it very, very mandatory and they're very protective of cocoa farms 500 meters. What does it? But as a debate in the course one, it was like, look, it's only the president. We have to go to cabinet before. Meanwhile, he mentioned the Facebook televising fence live, so you can play it. The argument for that day, and we couldn't stand that. It may be one of them, but I'm sure, by and large, the swiftness with which you're passing government be any better. I'm telling you.
But a lot of Ghana for no criticize him because the provisions of the cocoa bill and a lot of the provisions in the cocoa bill contradicting with Article 18 of the 1992 Constitution. Again, Article 20, very clear. Every citizen of Ghana has a right to own property. And for instance, say me a Ghana need this year. Me wo masase asase no se menya free na nanom ho anaye abusua asase ne de amame right na me decide say me de asase ne beye kokofuo kakra emre so na me pese me dani asase ne de ye bibi foforo a metimi aye. Now you are telling me say by the mere fact say me decide say me ye kua na e kokoo na me ye no mintimi ntwa me kokoo go because aban say wabenya interest in that farm cocoa farm no. And we protected that particular thing. Now, Abai Enka say there is a compensation or the money, but for perpetuity, cocoa phone Hong Kong as an individual, me and I made them input here me phone, many rights be as I made them in Sabeka. And it brings back a lot of questions and it breaches a whole lot of articles in the Constitution. But what passes are
blame media. A woman say ampa and temsona. Or shows one you're passing into Muslim in your coin, and yet the Wuyi. The Wuyi is Adaje Wumudia. They should have also taken interest in these bills and then arouse public views.
No, we've done it. We've been doing it since I'm passing. But I didn't want floor of parliament. The media for no. That is why we raised the concern. Say the speed at which I passing. Ghana in the dream say nankese see a further consultation.
True, we had argued that.
Exactly.
We had argued that.
Say no now yet you still have such provisions passed. Awaiting say omampanyin de nsa be shasia. Then we ought to go back. All we can do is say you be making advocacy and say e mo omampanyin fa ne shasia. Because there are a lot of issues as I say address. I remember of parliament or but I no pay uko ni yes, I don't want to be in trouble. Exactly. And again, say more baben number cocoa tree beer for traceability purposes, right? Nipa krana obefa as labor. A obeko cocoa a form wako ye juma as labor no. So you be or registered with a cocoa board. Cocoa board nim say nipa we certified say your man kwan so onko ye juma. E wo cocoa for him. Now, why do we do this? Because a large chunk of cocoa akuafo no so uneducated in the informal sector. How will you be able to accomplish it? Say cocoa kuani ni ye na dwen say ontwa ni cocoa mu. Yet emphasis or expecting onya. What will be the bottom line? Ana cocoa no so no abu. Unim say enkrofo bebre na ye domienche, right? Enkrofo bebre na nso yusu ebusua asase. Ana dedo ye didi so kakra ebusua de na dwen so obegi asase na wo as an individual wo family wo so no. Woni de obetimi aye. But in an instance, more protective for Ebusian Bede Yana Sassi, and the Ebusian Tokwa be brave.
And once we have a listening president,
more passes Amra.
We have a listening president.
So, all right, quite interesting.
We have a listening president.
Senior Honorable Stati, certificate of agency on laws, it's everywhere. Oka say ye harassment na because of that our problems and now you have been unfair to all of us. Let me be honest with you, Mr. Speaker. There are some of the things that we need to expedite actions on them. And now, say mama parliamentar. Nanka me feel say parliament no and idea you who television so in chamber on the floor. The work on the floor of parliament is about 10% of the work of parliamentary activities or duties. And bills sometimes you see it on the floor of parliament. That started generally. But the kind of worker undertone with the committees is huge. You see, your committees, and you're just mere committees. So we have experts, they invite a lot of people. Consultations, I
don't mean to cut you, but more consultations in area.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is that more possible. The outcome of consultations are more any debate are more the byproduct, a bill now, a dabontin here, a certified document. Me as a journalist, meet me for a kindly. Now, it wasn't part of our major topics, but has a more drifting into that. But again, and so we share clause 1. Some of the, clauses share from clause 84, acquire the Kusi clause 89, cocoa management and traceability system, digital farmer and farm registry, traceability, amodiaba. From clause 84, Ecosi 89, I would say, expert review by and did not tell us, SSC making changes in that. Again, over clause 56, ring fencing, mobile ring fencing, all cocoa farms, making it a protected farm, right? And they know that is the legacy. I must say, over a year, the gross FOB price, and they must you mobile cocoa 70%. Of FOB price and no the gross. Just to say because first now a political promise and also then you come to a year clause 57.3. Then you read that clause 83 to say the honorable boy restrictions on mining extractive activity within 500 meters of protected farms with serious criminal penalties for not less than 10 to 20 years imprisonment. So I bet to ask the question, say, with all the expert views here, this is the byproduct. A warm running. Say, Oman sign a net. And I juada. It is law.
Which we are hoping.
Which you are hoping with this law. Yes. Oman sign anyway.
Yes.
Uko kiani or take doma 8 you and pay say. Say, no did this one. Until finance can be more.
Mr. Speaker, let's go down to the ground. And yet, big English, and ye be maybe no two way. And Sana Abusian says here, the Bemon say yeah the money agent china no pa who can say we cocoa money. That's the truth of the matter. They won't allow you to
enti ebununi yemi encheni ade no
ni na wo ye cocoa
abiacha system ye practicing
wo ye cocoa abiacha wo ye ne say babia ye be chafa no se cocoa no jabia meto mu a ana say onyini to the level the produce no enye as expected if I say you replace here, you won't even cut down your cocoa trees. Say cocoa trees na ye cut no. Mimi no nyina je to say people are comparing the price of cocoa as against a jinahoji akwabi
na we need the best solution and we solve it.
Or say quick money. Quick money. Quick money no. Can I say quick money is galamsey. Who say obi twa cocoa agunne yi a na ontwa muso obi abro. And so there should be some restrictions, and that is exactly what we are looking at. And only the other side say, I'm
just imagining, say, Honorable, what do cocoa? Now, wo release cocoa, no, right? You are disposing it off to Oma. Na ebi awo mami ensa. Na odi cocoa funo, edi ejo mo so mo japade no, right? Now, in your absence, it becomes a nkwalani in a Japade. Omo decide say omo be careful no. No be decide say okay. Me papa Japade or the ma ye ni. Me dey me cocoa no me interested. Enti me twegu na me dey sifia.
What happens? With this analogy, we will continue to protect it with these laws.
I see. Mama Japanese. Maminti ona emrani mu nsem no very interesting. Honorable is very much aware of the work. Bill now more passing, which is good. Which is good for political reasons' sake. But Ghana didn't so much happy about it though. Mami Tio Ben.
Come here. My mom is so from Australia. Antimania Dianpai.
I see.
Mama Kusamansa, Michiano. I think it should be even in Australia by now. Michiano. Also, TV is not a measure. No near. But anyway, honorable me no Munasha White, and I think that I'm prepared on by. Come here. Law no. Na anka meka reshuffle na ba lienka law no ne da bia meka say what's the minimal problem. Most of our laws are not contextualized. They are not bottom up. Sometimes law is a policy anyway. Your laws will be brain no and yet I say it centrally planned obiti office and I say near honorable kind ya free expert with a centralized view of the whole situation. They didn't consult them. Wow. Na onipa na yeso na expert wa culture ni ma bi onte ondo kua no konye bi krada. Ba na dwimu no ye ni see ya na beboa no the centralized ideas na ma parliament no ma pass bill. And me tie de o kan na it looks as if say this particular law no is not a bottom up law, it's a top down law because people sat in a crime then just crafted something. And Minya, this law also fail just like most of the laws that we've passed. Because my TV and how cause always very fancy
ring fencing,
you know, some of these cocoa lands or cocoa crop lands. The question I ask myself is that cocoa board is in
I mean kind the specific provisions of the law. Okay, a year clause 80, right? Or say reclassification of all cocoa farms, including those on private, family, skin, stool lands, as protected farms, right? Whilst doing so, sir provision of the buying, whilst doing so, 81A no restrict farmers from uprooting, right? And say we do cocoa or private land, so clause 81 no assign prevent you say 1 from uprooting until untimi into cocoa nimu, right? Clearing untimi into cocoa nimu, right? Or converting their own cocoa trees, right? Without the explicit approval from cocoa board.
Fantastic.
While framed as conservation and crop protection measures, right? And see what it means is that when the cocoa board, there's also a provision. Cocoa board kase. The only time I bet me attach cocoa is for rehabilitation purposes.
This is it.
And the ebia akate esi cocoa ne fabiso. O pese utwa gua. Ese se cocoa board ne ma approve and san wetwa sa cocoa no. utwa as a cocoa board near ensure say ubedua for the ide
and they provide the seedling.
So whichever say asase ne ye akonwa asase eye abusua asase and na one kasa private land no so far as say eye cocoa na wo so no untimi ntache
Until I make a say most of our laws are centralized laws and implementation will be quite difficult. One of these our law implementation will be difficult and it will fail. Yeah, you may disagree, but practically most of our laws fail. Okay, so ubia oni media chinye. Ne mom ye ba se ni ye man itia. Ye laws be ye mra ni bebre no. Efeli. Possible no. Ye betimi asa amend this amra we. Enche be be san hwemo amend because ye tena akra and a crafting run. But coming serious issues or mra we so no. E betimi ama opepa a man for the was o meko koku kwemu eso beti. Samra we. Because some meko mu obet chichire men sadia ahyem ayi midamre famu de se man komu aye anambwa
exactly
min komu po no aka se o be chichire me de ahyem se chinchina minye koku minye ku adwuma afebo. The other part of the account say koku no so no esan gina market realities against other crop products. Say ne minye koku bia na koku boarding ntina bia entice me se minkum makum na say cocoa no dam there be $2,000 per metric beans no na bia o mama bia $15,000 per bag na say maybe 2 years 3 years time abro and I say cashew and I say bia near be most of these
cash crops
no be ebe mame more than ye cocoa ni mame a o say chinchina menka cocoa no.
See where I have a problem.
No, why should you have a problem?
Why should you have a problem?
It's something that the person will decide.
Why should I have a problem?
The economic standard of living. And obedience will take a decision. Or Mamin Kai Article 20. Mamin Kai Article 20 of the 1992 Constitution. No,
I know, sir, what is constitutional issue, but which
of course, but you know, sir,
I'm waiting.
More protected farms.
Yes,
indirectly, what J. Cocoa in assassin.
Mr. Speaker, don't forget, say, or say, why you cuckoo, watching by 3 years. I feel another year bar, or face the income no, associate cocoa no, nti, ubecha cocoa nagu, na what veer to that end. You see, when you think like that, you are becoming self-centered. You are thinking about yourself alone, but not any other thing. Don't forget, say, cocoa also is part of one of the cash crops for this country. 1, 2. Cocoa cocoa board from the beginning. Even sometimes the seedlings are it's coming from cocoa board without you paying a cocoa. I'm coming without you paying a cocoa. You have a lot of nura for free. Now what the kogusu we are also manya the foforo me kwa so the investment they have made in your cocoa farm should also go waste.
So Honorable, do you consider Domas Central cocoa equiafo almost standard of living?
From time immemorial.
I'm just asking the question. Say,
I consider
cocoa equiafo not Domas Central now. What consider the standard of living? Let me or the cocoa ni be share the money the bush.
Let me give a blank statement here. Cocoa ya can one say who be a target cocoa who cha. Let me say.
And Crawford be ready rubber. Crawford be ready cashew.
If you move into Galaxy, let's be hard on
one of the areas.
Let's be hard on Galaxy.
Senior, you cannot just wake up tomorrow morning and say, but to Garamsi, I say it's a process. I say one day and a problem sorry, but systematically, Utimu said there is a systematic approach in dealing with these menace. Systematic
memorandum na air company this particular bill no mu protect nipa na cocoa no for the rest of the life. Compensation be na mo de be ma no
ya protect cocoa
say o ma ne mfa ne nsan ka cocoa no ontimi ntwa cocoa dua kra ba ko anti to bo ase. There is also a problem, Honorable Kusi akwa, there is also a problem in certain part of the law as say kra de udua cocoa no nso a first na nko mu dua body any by any ade nyina fa ase
Unim say as part of this law, untimi nua koko, enkodua koko as bayre mfamfase ye. Untimi nua koko, endua body mfamfase ye.
Mientiase our consultation.
These are all provisions of the law.
Our consultation with the farmers was not enough. It was that almost some of the father on agency we protested. The numbers 85 so. Okay. The number 85 so we can go back and play the
implementation we have problem.
You have a problem, but also a buying and the law aba. Sabe, oh yeah, Rebecca say minority you have your say, majority will have their way. They say the numbers and say, but we have insisted say they be that be. Obi be who say we are better managers of the economy. Yen kaya nuntum near the ensem no alternatives no na yakasa Hansa ebe capture. Obi ya that be no obe fasem bia be kase oh enkrofo e kan say munya abotre na kamutie wo mu a enke na no ye ntem because ntem no a ye pe no ye pe dia kwahen. There's a problem. We want to solve it.
The problem. You solve the problem. We'll create another problem.
That's it. Why do you solve a problem by creating another problem? Because yeke uhwe mre ni mu a yo ye kan yementi mo na waye mo mra mo ko implement ni ehwe.
So Kwame, now honorable can be say koko akuafo na ye bo mo ka. Now Kroma, apart from some of the commercial farmers most of your subsistence farmers why na ye mo soka. Feed Ghana, those days MPP for say planting for food and almost subsidize fertilizer. Right? Ne NDC say feed Ghana, almost subsidize fertilizer. Ye why na money soka? Nti me amido abro na obo me soka me say abro na me say medo mint means a sanko ba bifu frana. So I think that this issue of say boko ko akua ni soka no ensheda nyina musa. Ye me no tie Kwame. Afarefo. Omo mo oposo.
I say subsidized
premix. So every farmer in Ghana no ye born soka, but the farmer has a right to determine the ordinance as here.
Okay.
And as be afare for they say Kwame be a what now tako.
But they say kuani koko kuani the omo agesa 2 minutes dey free.
And then that is wrong. It is very, very wrong. Because I don't know who receive one critical question here now.
You see,
I'm speaking to
we have certain resemblance here because those of us who were born on Saturday.
I'm speaking to the provisions of Emrane.
They said yeah, Kwame Nyamiabem.
The issue is this. Yeah. No question. When na nikuku oko na aso prekesin go home otia onyava bia obeshena akwa kacha so okutwa obi to me because ne buo no Matias and now I understand. Yeah. You see we have
I buo no sika na mo de ma wo no say e motivate kuani na na say
now too some of these areas come in future when you say urbanization so baso
yes
right cities are growing urban areas are growing. And you bet me agro I encroach some of these lands, right? You encroach to those lands be as 2 lands no best start ya say okay say assassinate housing drew what they are you emfa honye housing because probably housing bet me as several some income benefit be more than okoko now
yes
so what you say
I agree
I agree.
I agree because the law does not ban us from cutting it without a certain recourse. Or say we go back to somewhere and let them know why we are taking it.
Yes, but honorable, baby, you are refusing to accept the exceptions of the law. And in one breath, Cocoa Board, by these provisions in the bill, say cocoa no esiho, eduani siho. Na opese wutwa twene a cocoa board she cocoa board enyina so nti a opese wutwa cocoa
akatia aye cocoa no
again cocoa board ni we no one exception say even with that untimi ntwa unless say wutwa me adua foforo de share dem enti kosi ko dem
organization issue so if make say laws ni bi o ha your consultants
you can only cut down the tree except for rehabilitation purposes.
I mean, law way there they are amended. and yɛnyina yɛmfa ntu yɛn ho fo
gold ball deɛ saa in fact adeɛ baako a mede bɔ aban aba so adeɛ baako a mebɔ aban aba so ɛne mmara dodo a ɔmahyɛ
so far
mmara deɛ ɔmo bɛhyehyɛ no sisi a deɛ abɛto wɔ but sɛ ne yɛke wohyɛ mmara na wantumi amfa nyɛ adwuma na ɛho mfa soɔ no ɛsɛ this government has spent a lot of time within the last 2 years. I lost power.
I didn't know so be
it's a government program. And like it, government is a new program beyond the baba. Nya who want to move me, I said, Mana bought him before that's a month for the answer, Mrs. Shamran from the tour. Tell me that. So that's it. And yes, I'm telling you, there are some laws. Young MPs could go up on your family. Now, you man say, "Yep, Nadia, go go." See the Brazilian way, what's the purpose of you going to Parliament in any way?
So, maybe I put to parliamentarians. They say sometimes you contextualize your loss in baby. Ubakuna bia obi akohu BBC ewo oman bisu a omodo koko. Ena omashe sa mra bi ohonti okona okohu ne sa na wa adapt law no na bia expert no abe fantine ne kakra wasesamu kakra but law bia no must have context
me basis in say okay article 20 honorable was saying say me the constitution no debate but question here say
but that's the supreme law.
That is the supreme law. And you act now will pass and must conform to the constitution. Now article 20 protection from deprivation of property, right? Particularly compulsory acquisition by the government. And say abain pese oje abusua bi asase ediye bibia constitution no under article 20 actually the reasons ne kwan a abain betimi afaso agina so de age obi asase. Now article 20 very explicit. Sabain ebeje akonwa bi asase a it should be in the public interest, right? Public interest for defense, public interest for public safety purposes, public interest for public order, public morality, public, health, any other issues. But even with that, the law still requires that pay adequate compensation for those particular idea enti opese Kusi hospital, right? Ube here asase na wasi. It is in the public interest. Konana no matra nkonwa kosre wo munsema asase no, right? Obi agapade wo so a compensation esese wutua no. Esese aban ye den etua. Aban etwa kwan from Enkran. Kosi Kumasi under the express way ya omopeso omoye. Government has to speak to all the owners of their land. Compensation e wo ho esese aban tua. But if you are protecting my farm, now all depriving me access to use that particular land for the rest of my life, you are depriving me from having my own property and the usage of it. Yet we are also want your compensation.
Mr. Speaker.
And those are not the provisions of the law.
Mr. Speaker, constitution here can say different from the cocoa farm issue.
And the basis in the constitution
maybe very different. Because constitution no acquisition of certain lands or properties by government. And
not just opposing acquisition, I'm saying deprivation.
I'm coming.
When you are depriving the person
you see, me, if you ask me the other aspect of human life, no, the same thing. You know what? Say then come here and me home. Me ukana me gena brabonu kama na paya. Me se me kono madromo.
Decriminalizing
assisted suicide.
But you know, sir, in the process, na o boda wo se me kwa kwache me ho ahoma wonu se police be chi
na am say yes
sabra no enye criminal wa kaza nkwampo
assisted suicide
mismanagement of the cocoa no a ene abeda yeso no and na yem pese be jatu muti e for say we should just do these laws na dey no cantankerous be brain the mismanagement What I say? Any fool said now, young restricted cocoa for no, ye pe cocoa noa, yamohoka. Ye pe cocoa noa.
I know can you
cause a lot of food security issues. Wow. Most of the cocoa farming areas, you know, saying you can be an obi, me canana me kuya, Benin, True West, right? I mean, I'm not odo. Now you do mako. Dia nkruma ene beto de frefra mu na yate dia be aduane ukoko farms bia sa na omo so mo ye
kwasi kura gukuku
yes
kuku no kwasi bayre
yeah they say what's the money they say koko ra no omoti afomo hipa no
there's no perfection in this world. If you agree with that, we are good to go. There's no perfection.
I'm afraid I will make such a statement.
No,
from the onset.
There's perfection somewhere. No, senior.
Tell me what is perfect.
No, there's perfection somewhere.
Tell me.
There's perfection somewhere.
I will say it.
The philosophy said there's no perfection anywhere.
If
there's perfection somewhere.
Because we are all
tell me and I'm on consult a lot. And I did back on myself when he said, I don't follow that sector. I think Parliament or more communication. The past session, no, Madam Keitado or no, Dr. Keitado, she has a lot to do. Some of these bills, now also only media engaging because yes, young MPs.
I don't hear a week. Mono, your network so and your national network in Quebec, Parliament TV, a live, a live, and on your phone, other networking in Nara, a woho,
honorable. And yet, more Parliament.
Ben Fenderson, so I think Parliament.
But I think that there should be more education, information because. And you now can't law you cry and come give me a maintain crass law be cause in the cocoa sector.
Cocoa for the dear, only DH, I will go for
I go for
what I was saying about the ways this
Cocoa, maybe.
I never saw Cocoa.
Judah, many
also be a reshuffle. I think that reshuffle.
Very well, maybe I say
1 minute reshuffle. No, many. Honorable Zenato Yanyankita Hudieda Yana Yashiada, and she's one lady. She has principles, she has values, and she's resource oriented. And I think that obey yimi ho afrimu. And I said obey dim kunim babi or modern econo. And I mean person can be obeji position because obey to my president dachi. And send your politics here okrumano. Okoji position bia and here ubia so. O time for mpe wasema osuan asa na ochia neto obi a mpe na asem no ebetumi edi bibia ko foreign ama sa the president Zenato can be president. She can be a president like a can oba obetumi I president kruma dachi Zenato is one. She qualifies, she over qualifies.
The only you can handle because then you are bringing focus and lens on her.
No. But until ni kwansanka oji but ye dia mano onko excel. I think she will do an excellent job at that particular.
Odo wa no see o hono meba honorable so na metie no. Oh, Kwame, mamintio on the fuel related issues. This week Monday and I'm subsidize diesel by 2 Ghana cedis. Yes. For me I felt enye fair to any I use petrol no because they say petrol no so boarding pa enti diesel no. Or make a was but this is no more use V8 near the end of the year, mamma, but ye near use car and get one. Yes, you top petrol. No petrol, I say, the month fee and that Monday 2 CD number. But we are told, say, it's just for Bosome Baku.
Yes.
And after 1 month, and what happens next?
Yeah, we 10 of events. I said, you can say because of Senia and the America or Iran and one issues, you know, we will monitor. Na yebe so yinkrofo as we go on, but the main question no why only or why diesel? Is that not it?
Yes.
Me no ina use petrol, even though I use Land Cruiser. Okay. Me use petrol, sir. You see, as I said, we subsidy. We are a bit targeting. cars akesia omo a commute between Kumasi, Accra, Kumasi, Tamale and the long distances no. Most of them diesel. Nti say ye so diesel asina ni ye so asina say ebeboa the majority. We cannot support everybody in the country, but we can support the majority of people in the country. Enya nunkwa ye tracks a twin niema ye de echo across the country and even beyond, no. If not all, most of them are diesel. And me taka say as a senka diesel prices are cheaper than petrol, because petrol no is for those who want the luxury who are always using their private cars moving around, but diesel no they targeting the poor and the needy in quote, because no ye bigger trucks no using as for even ye earth moving machines ni na diesel. Nti say ye pese ye boa eso minus in terms of looking in the mirror of productivity. I think say ye womwa na entimi so the two products na the three products under the petroleum sector no na ye so biasna the main target should be on diesel. And so I come along with those who came up with the idea say yen so diesel as 2 cedis because it will go a long way to helping a lot of people rather than the petrol.
Okay, but I mean, Ona we are expecting in that sector. So I mean, what is really happening? A DNT are consistently full on the board. No kwane kosher.
Kwame, more terminology we have been kakra subsidy. No, I think kakra.
But that is what I'm buying a kind.
What's a subsidy?
I'm buying was subsidized by 2 Ghana cedis.
Okay, so subsidy no
in a deregulated market.
Kwame, me ma me ton jenny. Una economists. Me manye man come school nebi. Subsidy subsidy asia. Adeni ye 2 cedis. Anambwa. Ena aban se me amefa mu 1 cedi.
Yes.
Na matwamo 1 cedi. Anambwa. Na sa adeni ye 2 cedis. Na aban e de 1 cedi ka ho na e be 3 cedis. Na aban san ka se mayi 1 cedi na free so a is it a subsidy? Bi am na menti ase. Wo kire mu is it a subsidy?
But say at the moment the more aban so dey boa no enti aban contribution.
Da bi o adeni ye 2 cedis. Ena aban di 1 cedi atoso na be 3 cedis. Ena aban say me yi 1 cedi na free so na mato am say ni ye ton 2 cedis no. Is it a subsidy? Me say
but say aban ni sa 1 cedi na still na nka be ton 3 cedis. Yes.
No, but actual price ni 2 cedis. Anamboa actual price no 2 cedis. Ena aban na di 1 cedi na be ka ho.
Don't forget about deregulation.
Me senior. Me space.
I know you, don't worry.
Me space no. Ina me bisa me jenny na meton. But jenny na ma meton no. Otono 2 cedis ene de ama Ghana for. Ni dwaman so bo no. Ena aban say maame me ma won ton jenny no 2 cedis. Ton 3 cedis. Ena maame ya ton jenny 3 cedis de ama Ghana for. Ena aban san be ka say oh I don't know cry dwaman so bo no 2 cedis say me 1 cedi na free so de ton 2 cedis no ma Ghana for. Is it a subsidy? So let's understand the word subsidy, right? Subsidy is below the actual price.
Inti say aban better so man akọ from kra no.
Or better so from below the actual price. Aban absorb that excess now we're creating no any subsidy. But so the tax be can no if is what. Maybe mbenya new word for it. One way economists no. Na ye gende for na atiase. Now 2, who be some the enti edwaman so. Ne na say the enti ebo na ekosro esesei. Eye niam mienu. Edwaman so bo na pejam. Product last year na say the petrol for example was around $600 per metric. And diesel and $700 per metric. Now me no kasi okwa edwaman so a petrol no and $1,100 per metric. And a diesel nam $1,300 per metric. Inti adi a auto ni 600 700. Na edwa man so akọ 1,000 plus die. Enia Ghana no ye price tickets. Ye take price. Omo hye bo no amano ne na yakoje aba na ye abeton ama ye ho. Inti se ekosoro edwa man so a hanum se be kosoro. Na nka adi e boa kese eye se nka bia cedi no ebe stable kakra. Yes, NDC for my ade. January 2025 na cedi ne nam 1760 honum 17 Ghana cedis 60 pesos or so.
Debbie, it's never got into 17 cities. I hear you quote too, but let's be very emphatic on that figure.
Yes, saying
we won't look at the Abuchi ton. The BOG rate,
interbank rate.
Has it ever got into 17 before?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Interbank rate.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Okay, nti na ewo ho. Na NDC via the diaba your friend is saying 10 last year, right? So last year bona na ewo fum ni na some of these appreciation of the cedi against the dollar no e contribute here plus international market so na bono fum kwame. Ne me no ka say no okay last year na ebepem ni cedi no depreciate kakra. So ade even January na cedi nam 10 Ghana cedi 80 pesos no. Ne and 11 Ghana cedi 70 pesos. So there's a form of depreciation. Inti nebuo na hu ye pump no eye one ebuo no akoso adwaman so na cedi no so asan depreciate. So from 1080 to 1170 no there's a form of depreciation. Inti ni mienu na yakambom ama ne buo na hu no wa hu ni saa no. Na da bia me kama se mi se there are other cost elements e was say ye na ye deal with. There's lack of transparency in petroleum prices in Ghana, right? The India makers are say, hey, yeah, buy this no import products in Ghana. As at now, or more cost structure cry anymore. Because cost structure in bit mama determine or more fast way was so munya any sike was so so by any cost structure. Inti supply premium we ko trade away ho me premium will charge me 200. I was me pass it on as a true cost and as a true cost to the final and the price of the product. I know me no nim. Nti ube no de to so. And also no on akodi product na ba any product. Nti aba any product the open or so we need to look at their cost structure carefully. Every obium OMC for so cross structure yenhye nim.
But again, the cost component I will come Wasem say one, you consider inflation.
Yeah. Fuel you consider inflation fuel.
Maybe to boss. Mwana maka.
How are you consider inflation fuel?
Mwana maka dia to you. So with inflation, you good, right? Stabilized. Even by end of July, right? Last month, inflation by the Ghana Statistical Service, it is now 4.6. That is where we are. Exchange rates, a year, 11 cedis 70 pesos, right? Enti forex ne kra na wo hia no e de akokrafu wo ne de aba no rate ni a good kakra. Why should we continuously see that? Is it purposely because window bia no the Iran for ne America air yeninti no air cost no automatically as I say cost. Again, I have every challenge with the price floor mechanism. Why is it say at the top level there any ceiling, right? Yet a bad time you bet me active war ne so competitively. Na NP Abeka said that be ultimate so beyond this particular margin. I always have a challenge with that.
So price floor now technically more economics no. Price floor no HS product there's a minimum price, right? And a maximum price. And there's an equilibrium price. In the price floor no say yes setimawa any kwa say otono below the equilibrium price because otono below the equilibrium price HS there's a problem somewhere, right? Because the equilibrium price is assumed that a break-even price. Inti floor no nka ye ntiase mu ne se wakan yo but MP ntiase ni different. MP ntiase ne say wohwe ne ma ye de hye bo okrum ha na ye wo extra price. Me say ye price tickets. Amano ne bo ye je na ye de aba ha na ye de abehye bo. Inti wo extra price on the international market na wa kotu na wa hwe exchange rate. Ohwe exchange rate wa we exchange rate no na wa hwe o si of your be landed cost. Right now her landed cost no say product be free amano ne abeduru ha freight, insurance, throughput charges or terminal charges, storage bia no ono e calculate a eno ye landed cost. Why ye no awie no products ni nyina wo bibi e friend conversion factors. Product ni density e vary. So for diesel the conversion is 1183.43. because emuno ne nsuo no emu ni density no nso 1000 liters per metric, but
emu duro
no ufa petrol 1324.50, and alpha LPG and so 1000. So other 80k also have different conversion factors. Nti sa conversion factor na XREF ne exchange rate any landed cost no ene mo munya omo price floor no omo fa BDC fa so nka ho. Right? Nti omo fa BDC fa so nka omo susu emu ne se sa abo no ye ka nyina bomu a obi bia obeton below sa abo no bia na o evade tax. Bia products na odi ba market ni mu no enye papa. Bia na or every UPPF or take advantage of the UPPF through cross-analyzation or diversion of products. Nti no ena bi nso na saa nipa no opese oji dwa no na daache oji dwa no wie na dwa no be ye ne dia na odi ntumu aba. So they also term something predatory pricing. But when they raise some of these issues, Kwame Okai said some of us were against it because saa niema illegal or fuel adulteration mra nipa no di boni amamranche no anamboa tax evasion nipa no di boni amamranche no. Predatory pricing wo hwe marketer e be din because OMC is no more marketer Kwame. OMC is no e be 200
for mommy.
Okay, but this is 200 plus. Nti e be din. Nti price floor no, for example no, we kicked against it, but they gave other arguments say yanfa no so ama anhwe industry no be collapse in future because they say no competition in industry no hard dream. But me know we are doing so say you see price floor no e was see nyina san come back na ehwe biom say e duru say ye ni seal no adia, then we don't also have to have a floor.
Of course, because no nema ne bo na ekosro na Ghana ni no SSA otofu or na boarding, right? But on the world market price se bo ne ba form na company bi nsusuye mu no obete so feather ama Ghana ni nso ho atone dia o se dabi ebo no kosro dia enkosro sa Ghana ni ntua, but eba form a ultimate so emro a certain particular mark. And I think say that is where any fair to the average Ghanaian, you know, because say ode the price floor ceiling no there bano the bottom line and I would the upper ceiling so by there, then we know say I mean in a deregulated situation no consumer no air benefiting, right? But in an instance, I'm why you say a cordia consumer no made the hardship, but a buffer consumer no intimate enjoy benefit so enjoy. I mean I think say
very honorable more in Wasem na MPA mechanical. MPA must investigate any BDCB or engage in some of these illegal practices in the petroleum downstream. The entire Mekasa say indicators establish a window no, regardless of any highs on the international market. Any can say BDCB are 24.
And everybody say no mutum.
A criminality. A criminal BDCB or Sabiano or a criminal. And I think that MPA also knew Mudi.
No, but the explanation that you BM say, for instance, the last time, let me be Saulia Kojopoku said, Orbo, there was talks, right? Mukrafu on the BDCs, Makrafu on the Diaba. Modeba, your farm tanks, Modia Kogum, right? Or mining here, OMCs Nekofa, no more beton diama, Ghana for a here for, right? Now, a DNT, even with the current stock, a model survey or mine, international market price cost affected. The explanation we get, you know, and it's you are benchmarking against the international price because why is and the question I asked then is and only justifiable enough, father, because in recent times almost every week biano obekono na adienebo.
You see another problem I say politicians you know solve when they say because of say yaja okosonabia like Burkina Faso Sonabi and the central procurer of fuel or no importer who ye BDC be akra na the basona bu ne beje na watua oka now no Sonabi no a distribute ama retailers.
Okay,
ye kro my say started sad no BDC for no take advantage because they think that omo eneye omo na omo hold the government omo na mo crowd by no omo hold the government to ransom because send ye minia panyini kojo kan no there are also instances a BDC bet macra product $600 per metric or crap product $600 per metric because of say edwa man say ekere say wo so ton product no 1300 no sa na wo so ton no sa fa so rade ntino mo nka ho asem. So this illegal prices they be omutum because omu benchmark to international market enye no ne amenu ka say wonim say next window MP a project say this is a bit market because omu price say 1300 but ne amenu ka say edwa man so one na ye share diesel bo in this current window no eswati to next
still you
70 14 Ghana cedis as ex depot I didn't know monte so I think that BDC for no because of say no money dominating space na buying sheda ni boss to nya duma papa bia oni fuel bia ntino omo take us for granted no modi omo amra hihye mra ne say window bia no ye wode ye de hye bo this one never share bo utumu I was MP eje lances through some.
Okay, me that say all baby mra so na o kan engineer na afi yaba mo demonstration ne so na majority of Ghana for the catch them say democracy be an where under attack.
Majority of Ghanaians.
Yes, and see udi energy ne ho nkomo wi na yaba no so ma mintio.
Menua ya ka say aban yi omo de Ghana for adwen edi akro. Ye frɛ omo scam abaya womo ntiase na uyobi a waba mu da na wohwe enema a omo ye no mo hyehye no a bibia di adanse say womo de Ghana for adwen edi ago but untimi enye sa for a very long time say ye call politically na enka ye behwe ensemo mo ka ye say Ghana de ye ji ye hudi ye ji ye hutum say ye external factors, external shocks, intimi affect ye. Yakabia. Inti so mu say external shocks no affect ye mpe. Na omo pekwa bi so eyi. Sa shock no efi ho. But we are na assign ababeda yesu ni.
Wasem with the idea I will step in when you move forward.
That's one step in you can count. Okay, okay, mo.
But honorable Doma bet my defense minister.
Oh, we are not asaba besim. Meka sasemi in relation to $1 million ruling wa abam. Me wo report bi wo me menim ha a year reporter ye de ba parliament. A report on the Finance Committee on the Energy Sector Levies Amendment Bill 2025. Okay. The other one, EB about by one city. Na the ban of Pano and Joe. Brad depending on Dano. Brad depending on
Honorable, you were time at the pool.
Then you need part of it.
Now, should Cabra depending on Ada.
I said, I'm depending on that.
Carlos and Grouse, me and you, we know, say. Yeah, a business of the day. Yeah, sorry.
But such a critical bill there. I was
critical.
I was here in the eyes open glaring of the citizenry. Now come also the when they chi. Jomo catch a say. Ya nobody am pass and for once we see the number to swear. We'll have issues with our electricity. The committee also observed that as at the end of March 2025, the total energy sector debt stood at $3 billion, $1 million United States dollar, 3.1 billion. The debt included money owed to the independent power producers. A honeme emphasis. Judgment there by ye. Actually, say the IPP, energy for them. Yeah, we're going to make AXA. They were going to make so much profits. It was contained in the judgment. Because Brodini made an investigation. And one who said, what is the motivation here? We try $1 million. Oh, motivation. A year na Kenya woman with him after $1 million. And they come Ghana official, Ghana minister. Yeah. Now with him, I just plant. Because what the profit do be so this $1 million uchia kranwa enyoka sa $1 million akobi butum and then a car we have that hono mo enunti ye de $1 cedi no abeto yeso now you are too forcing in trying to
no happen here under my regime no
yeah
judgment here I will refer to. The judgment you are referring to?
Yes.
2015.
2015.
Yeah, 2015.
No, it wasn't under regime.
Okay.
But he served in Akufo-Addo's regime.
Who?
Beko.
He didn't serve in Akufo-Addo's regime when he was doing this deal.
Yes.
Some are deal with no investment person.
Okay.
But we share the narration no about
and now did such an investment, no transaction on behalf of Ghana.
Yeah.
Right?
When?
No. Beck was
for his investment company.
Okay.
I don't know all broker deal no near power plant no aba. The reality is that I'm for ice cube narration I say ex tour boss. No, at the time tour boss no we didn't have this deal. Or deal no bra or an investment person go baby. But or identify government officials for Ghana at $1 million at the bread warm and the IPP no e buy.
1 million one side, 400,000 so cool, baby. Parliament so benefit here.
Parliament.
Parliament benefit here.
Parliament and benefit.
Oh, kind of institution.
Individuals with
committee.
Committee. Also some members of Parliament.
All right. Okay.
Oka committee that we institutionalize, you know. Also some members of Parliament.
Okay.
All right.
It's wrong. Bonino etimik ehun said there will be huge profit made by the IPP. And now omukotua sa $1 million. And on this plant in the bar, yeah. He put debts. So and there. Yetua sa 1 cedi. Yeah, we are at force to share about sa 1 cedi. And ya de beka Ghana for. Abra ye this adum so neighbor. So and count Ghana for anyway. And yeah, then na afidie. Abama and wuyi sa 2 cedis no efiso. You sympathize with Ghana for. But unim is your industry. Ghana diesel is the least consumed product compared to LPG, petrol, no money. It is a pay baby a year fish now Ghana for 1 to 1. It shouldn't just be diesel pay. Because don't one you use petrol. Don't one you use LPG no. Who young then?
Okay, so I make my bunker. In terms of consumption, a month be petrol call about 290 million liters. Diesel and 270 million. The difference about 20 million different variance.
But comparatively still now.
Yeah, but maybe and a 2 LPG the crowd 2 in kilograms LPG quite lower because
but we are encouraging everybody to use LPG now.
But you are right. You are right. In terms of
LPG. What does it? It is a better managers of the economy. Now, see energy, no matter who ye, Monam, Chisian to Monfremo, and the Kika Kawania dear, and Kaun Castle Baby 2 cities, Bosomepe. Ye, Mister says, how 2 cities, and the can be Baba talk ye finances of him. Sir, a come never better hold. Why the bitch here?
Meet my bomb you.
When is your field?
So, in 2 cities, and affecting government directly because any government, any bicycle, it doesn't have any impact currently on the fiscal position of government. Because it's not any of the taxes of government. I mean, central government. So 2 cities, a sika. It's not maybe the issue of subsidy, Industry, your sika bia, the managing industry, into your fuel market margin. Say bia should be a production, and say a 9 pesos per liter. Say farmer MP and MP and to share your products and so now and dance with others. And primary distribution margin. Say for product being free. Tema na yemfa binko bupe yemfa binko bolga yemfa binko
supply across the
country so that my product accessibility is easier ma BRVs no kra no effectively ensure that nyadum papa biasa because bolga say product ensure that
nko njomu gidi
all right
thanks for the education it is as CDC I don't hear you for forever it will not affect our revenue.
So it will also change another regulatory policy. It's not regulatory policy. 2 cities may not be even be needed.
This government is a government of scam. Yeah, the dependent budget when I had to say yeah, panye. Now ya who opponents is here won't you? Now do fear. Now goes over to
I see. Maybe also here, but my main kind messages maybe Abba. Kawasem Yesuni, Pacho, what join the Yama, Yena was a more Moshe a YouTube and Facebook Nina and Ope Yedam was now. Nana Kofi, dear was good morning, Mr. Speaker. Anytime I listen to the Honorable Alexander Kwesiakwa he reminds me of Solomon in the Bible, the wisdom of Solomon and not his other side. Thank him for me. Odia ode abanono. Nanakofi medasene o message, you know. Ben Fletcher Diaba or say, good morning, speaker. I'm watching you from Aguna Odoben Central Region. Onua, you do all. You are the best on Saturday mornings. Thank you. Odia ode abano. Kwame Nkrumah Shabo. My very good brother Eshe or say, good morning, speaker. We are resetting Ghana indeed. President Mahama is at work now. Mini Ashabo wo Amenfi West constituency Nemona or contested for deputy constituency youth organizer on the ticket of the NDC. Enti delegate Amohono Eduha Namakonemwa. Daniel Edu Aferi said, good morning. This NPP guys are not serious. Anytime there is a proper reset of the country, they come in to cry. Mohammed Awa Usman said, great show, Mr. Speaker, this morning. You are listening to us, Germany. Thank you, sir. Adopewuti Free Germany. Francis Osei said, Ekufuado ignored advice for 8 years to reshuffle his ministers. What is the Honorable Akosiakwa talking about? Indeed, reshuffle is good for our country. Enti wode aba enono. Thank you for a message nano pay. Francis Makai wode eno dada. Or say NPP are thieves and nation reckless. They shouldn't be given any opportunity close to governance again. Thank you for a message, you know. Andrew Sasari said, good morning, Mr. Speaker. I love your show. Hope to see you on the Onua FM morning show. Thank you for a message. Wode aba. John Leon Edi Aba or say vote for Baulaya at your own risk. Dennis Edi Abba, or say, please talk about the reshuffle the government has done. We've spoken about reshuffle that you did reshuffle and combo. Janet Ami said, NPP, never again. Bravo to President Mahama for the due diligence. The reshuffle is solid on the ground. Odia, but Thomas Bawasaba, GH said, Osheye Anope, na Osheye Free Tema Community 2, BBC, NT Anope Tome. Thank you, sir. Emil Smith said, good morning, speaker. I like your show on Saturday mornings. You guys are on top of issues. Mauli Yao said, good morning, speaker, and your team. You guys are very much solid. Every Saturday morning, my TV is on Onua. Thank you for a message. Ode Abba Anope. Fuseni Suleimana said, watching you live from Bono East region in Kuranza South. Anna Oshe Yefri. Aziz Bashiru said, I'm watching you from Burkina Faso. You guys are solid. Onua FM, Onua TV, Edru Burkina Faso. Thank you, sir. Anope Moshe. Prosper said, good morning, speaker, and your panel members. You guys are doing a great job for Mother Ghana. Now, Kobe Praise G said, NDC is just a scam, and we need to vote them out. NDC, never again. Ode abanono. Bill Gates said, victory in 2028, inshallah. Thank you for a message. Stephen Mensah said, Chairman K, watching you live from Kumasi Santase. God Almighty bless the NDC government. We will vote massively for the NDC again in the Ashanti region under the leadership of Nana Kusi, still maintained in the Ashanti region. Ode Abba Enono. Richard Ansah said, which government was a scam? Which government done a scam to the NPP? The NPP is more a scam party than any other. The best MP in Ghana, Honorable Alexander Akosiakwa, great submission by all standards. Ode Abba Anope Enono. Kosi, thank you for a message, you know, and a lot more of messages are Mode Abba. But Honorable, my yemra a year. The New Patriotic Party demonstration is, but Honorable Jack, now person will come and say make kind messages.
Honorable Kasarana or can say
I can't be 15 minutes to check
or in terms of say you see external forces, how can it affect us? But you know, again, this is what we were using it to tease them. A time I not mama issues, and we were talking about how it came about. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said, how can this cross this? You remember the cliche? And war. And that war, no, it meant to free Ukraine and Ghana. So it wasn't we who brought it up.
This Russia-Ukraine war, everything affected Ghana's economy.
We see, we understand the dynamics of the world economy. Say it can happen. But you had said nothing of that, so could happen at the time of somebody else. Why is it happening at your time and you want me to believe it? No. So it was just a tease if he doesn't know. And two, government of scam, that one I leave it to Ghanaians. Say, okay, say the current government is scam. What sort of scam haven't we seen? Mo government here, bututu amra, bahat ya. Yanya Mushia, this is pulling friends saying,
Minister so better also. Local government minister so much.
Or the day that was on Kari.
The local government minister.
And Ghanaian to us. Now, send it to us.
What about the Sinti Shafurana?
I don't know.
And that's what I wanted.
But you think President Muhammad doesn't support the cathedral? Are you Christian?
Maybe a Christian. I don't support it. Why do you have to break these buildings and just
now we don't have a forward-looking
at appropriate time
cathedral. But Yamra, the new patriotic party, almost say Kabima min Kabia will mean stand attack. Na Mubaye Amamu Mubuno. The Edika say the Chief Justice, my friend of Apo. The leadership as Chief Justice, as a Babia executive will be the Chief Justice now. And he almost submitted petition to the judicial service, right? Judicial secretary no accepted by giving an indication. Say judiciary no enter the home free executive ne activities home. Na abiding some focus no nye adwuma esese we again. Ye kasa bia na mo achi obi. TikTok for kasa na mo achi TikTok for ene de eka ho nyina. Mo ma democracy na bibi ho.
Was it Enra? Was a very sad day for me. Seeing me and Kasaminia Paini and me senior. On the parliament there be a seniority. Me senior. Any me and Kasami minority leader. Edi Adienimu say democracy is under attack. I think Nanka Omo as a statement near say democracy is under attack by NPP.
NPP bomb they attacking democracy.
That's all. That's how I see it. Because maybe no gaze ye wo emra ohu and ye wo freedom of speech. But we concentrate on freedom of speech as if freedom of speech allows somebody to say anything and go scot-free. And that is what the focus we are losing. So our focus now you lose no and no and ever your schools no more. Say everybody is discussing about what is happening in our various secondary school because we have said say any punishment we influence a teacher. I am a teacher and I still continue to be a teacher. And teacher new to school more won't you remember wakura school ho. All because you see freedom of speech no me fa nyame adom say Chinese for nti saade we obi atimi nyame bi wa ne bofofofo na ma fancy me ho so na me senior otiai na ma twena da paya eno de me fan say between me ne ono but mekwa akoka bibi na the references ne ewo omo a ye chichi omo ye se obi se waka say ye se dumso aba ne ya chero ne ya fan sa tra keke. You see we are moving away from the focus and yes okoka say dumso aba say ye nyina at times light duma ye ka say dumso enti obi ka say dumso aba no ne akwa china na
but substance of arrest ne dey so na mujina mo.
This is what happens. On say ye were misinformation and disinformation. Now the statement in say wakwako hu say ye this signboard we see baby signboard no inscription say what one say Doomso has come. What it means ne say says it will be the signboard that Kusi baby say Doomso has come it is coming from certain authority. One gets on na edit signboard na go si o so wako hu na wo kano obi ahwe. So what is happening they say the authorities know what can assembly at and so says Sadia bra we invited you and we are inviting you bra na ko chire baby signboard so that we can trace
na signboard is chroma I say you trace here any authority be
you see we cannot run away from the fact say
but is there enough grounds to prosecute somebody for criminal offense?
So Mr. Speaker, say me wo authority. Na ube jinaka chem say mako Flagstaff have achi na a full 300 achi ho. I'm giving you an analogy. A full 300 egu Flagstaff achi. Me hu so fine achi ya ko chinchima bra na ko kire me babia a full 300 nugu. Na utwa ho ka kire me say enya no kure say full 300 gu ho a. What have you done? Is it misinformation or disinformation?
Misinformation.
No, it is even disinformation.
And enough ground some do
we have it in our law say you don't propagate what is not existing? Don't we have it? You see, we are politicians. You are not a politician. Honorable Akwa sitting here knows that they have a certain part they want to chat, but they want to do it with certain systems. Don't forget, they will start from somewhere and tag you at the tail end.
But when him said the data proves and shows in the last 20 months, mobile buying way, man making more arrests using the provisions.
Have you forgotten? Say
using the provisions more than the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in the last 8 years.
What did you promise Ghanaians?
Mo promise Ghana for some better. Mo betchim crop.
No. What did we promise? Are we not?
What's not?
Do we expect? Do you? No.
I'm promising.
Do we? But when him say, near Omoyano is not out of place. It is within law. Two of us, and we are saying, we are researching the country from every angle.
More ensure discipline. Mukache Ghana for ni say as part of the research, yeba mutina TikTok so na mudia tema because of the principles of morality and discipline. No, okasa udio mampenya tema yebechi, right? Yebe prosecute you. Oka sembia. You called upon to come and.
But if you threaten any human being, more so the president of this country, what are you doing?
Okay. Threat. May I say? Just 5 minutes.
You cut this misinformation, and KH President Mahamat.
That's why we are researching. If you didn't do it, and if you think indeed he did.
But you see, crime doesn't have any expiry. It is a President Mahama who opposition can say, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. When you want to be more chrono, it was money and more bumpy, Gabi, Monomani Ade Baba, baby, Yesika. At the amount of that shall call retirement.
President Mahama Kasa.
Okasa. It's on tape. Sir. Mr. Speaker.
Horrible question. I don't remember say President Mahama is on record to have said
he said that. Yes. There was an interview. We were granting interview. Say President Akufo-Addo when you want to be Yeska. Tino mani miano mo bomti ne gabi mo me ade aba ba mo or mo ba be Yeska no ma call no.
I see.
So is that we can't
heard it anyway.
Oh. Yeah, we dey say mo trust the producers
I haven't heard it.
Omo mama nsisi a na abra me to so send ye be ya obi ebe won senya to obi na betwa me serew.
Okay.
Because it's a video wo ho no mo ne ade. Eti kan che no. Bra ayi event say mo why boss event say Basantali. Oka say presidential candidates wako repleko wanom ensanom ni ade no and this was information yeah the never be
but say eno was against somebody's person. Dr. Bahumia could have said say obe go to the courts and the
he was a vice president. He was a vice president and next answer na be na yakika fan ko for ya chom. But you see,
but we no threat wo mo.
Yeah.
O threaten o man.
One the 13
and no akura demonstration na mo kwa we say democracy is under attack. Now there was a guy with a megaphone saying say Muhammad I'm sorry some of the words I cannot
okay, so let me continue. In politics, you fe bibi abodjechre. Say o ma wo adjo.
Okay, so my production team nature me say the Honorable Khan, President Mahama said it on Pan-African TV.
Yes.
In an interview on Ura Kwesi Prati, November 20, right? 2020 what? 20 2020. Okay.
Munye o timia bode ti jamu
obe family aba.
Iti ensen be bra mo kan ye no. Say yen kasi e chiche mo to musa abre no a. And can be say the country would have been ungovernable. In politics, your friend be tolerance. So that's here. And then she demonstration ye ko ye. She mebuna ba ye. Mebuna ba ye no so mo adwuma ye a. Can mean say ye awada. Come basa. But what be ye and meburu dudu na edi. If you do because NPP na fa wo mo. And then is
it you?
And then many information be say nipa kura momo ba be yi omo ebiedi no na be NDC branch executives. NDC branch executives ye fa wo ma ba mu. Ye wa ba mu ye fa wo adwum. Mo ba be yi omo die no aka omo. Former Denta MP Ewa Kojo Eduasare, he was on record to have said say the deputy women's organizer ni kum ye fa na dwumem mo ba mo bayi na di wa pria say ye restore no nipa ebura be se nipa mu esa ma mabo boni nti ene enkofo ekasa ebufo de wom o de say mo boye na ma bra ye nsu ene chema won to me na dem for facilitating galamsey. Me, the record I will grab by me MC Pekekeno, a facilitation of galamsey. For 1 year, nobody is giving me hearing. There are a lot of other cases like that. Is that not selective justice?
No,
ni pa. Where you boni amuhun say boni. You refer mo national organizer, any mo national vice chairman, Abanga, any Yamin for galamsey. Akusi saying,
Onua, have they been cleared? Has somebody cleared them?
Akusi saying,
don't you mean now them Nura Anopeno didn't start yesterday?
Oh,
what you mean started during your case started? He was cleared and President Kufuor say, what to me is not doing anything galamsey. What you say about
more acting on Modiano,
but the Yamin is still under investigation. And I remember I said 2 weeks ago, horrible. 2 weeks ago, if Yamin Nankasa Krano, a issue statement, pleading with a Yoko said, baby investigation that could do your money in your public.
That's it. Because Attorney General cases are all trying now. And yeah, I know about Bekasa. I don't know wait more years I referee on Bekasa.
Say you Kusi investigation, Anna.
Fine. And I'm so Kusi investigation, but let us know. Update us to send it that is on what update.
Okay.
Abayi so nolly proxy I hand up one bed trim on Pamaye, my yin phone film.
What you be fear so the narco court also work fear so not to go do so. If you have something to
let me tell you this.
Justice denied.
Let me tell you this. But the wheels of justice grind slowly. The wheels of justice grind slowly.
7 years.
Yeah, person yeah political and get you to move in 2-3 years.
7 years.
Omo anya efiche bia na ye di o masemo anya himfie bia na ye the courts of law competent jurisdiction.
What about if
there was no case and the judges would have thrown away all those cases. There was a prima facie case at the Ekoso.
Mr. Speaker, Ntino. I'm honorable members, no. Anyway, that you have parliament. I think that both parties achieved their objective. MPP achieved their objective in terms of say all any base or mobilize say still enthusiasm be zero ho support ho ye freedom my benyadom. And I think that the AC to them Oma say yes, do na da so do MPP nti dom no aba. And na no mo hwehwe. Now two, I think so. I think na no mo hwehwe. Two, because as an na kasa yi no, de no kra no de omantimi an kire niema no poti nti ananka your democracy under attack.
Oh, you're presenting in our petition.
Honorable
we presented all of that in our petition.
But me can't the other side, and so we no come in we are dream. Now, this is what achieving objective. Need any say, so I be presented. O kasabia o kaye no. My media ni nyina so. Na the opesen kaye no. Ye mumu. And if you observe the media space after we petition now, ya janto abeji babia. Na ya janto abeji babia. Because as they say no, media no commentary no is not on the petition and the elements of the petition, but rather
I think you're marking comments
no.
And I take your attention.
I take your attention. So I think that in this info strategically, okay, say now okay, ye ma Ghana phone granted the oka no. Ye be focus on na ya jantoa. The oka chire no. Ena ompe egu man tia.
But say the deputy general secretary make the petition no cry the mu ye ntan hwe ko obi an ready.
Wahu. And they are not to me. I don't know whether it's part of central government. Because
he is very, very influential.
Or
presidency.
He is a deputy director for operations.
And also or Kasantem. Because you are not the president. Right?
In the president, I can't
no. You are not the president. Or Kasantem. Kwame.
Just 30 seconds.
Deputy, you know, director of operations.
30 seconds.
You know his excellency.
Politicians. Politicians. You have to politicians. I think they say your politics no any value based. Ye mabunu no mobano. Kasabi ho moka e honte.
Okay.
Yema kasatiw adwenkyerɛ na adwenkyerɛ no ma ɔman no ntumpɔn na nyɛ sɛ obi a ka bibia kɛkɛ.
The speaker, let me end with this. At the time when Nana Ajantwa air complaining, Omko Bank of Ghana, there's a video I have just seen. The next day, I was on UTV with Nana Ajantwa. Senior NDC air criticized say, Adena, Omoma, Chief of Security Budget, Nana Ajantwa was not happy then.
I also end.
The Honorable Kwame Jack, a Doma Central Brashamidani on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress, the Honorable Alexander Kosiakwa, Akemodam Brashamidani, Honorable Nesta Abuba Ibiyama, thank you. Adafi Benjamin Insia, Executive Director, and the Wasem Sanope, Mamenfa, Asidani Bimawa, Wujebre, Etsie, na Mena production team, no, Munina Munso, Wasem. The Kwame appear. Next week Saturday we'll come back again and we'll Kawaseni so na yene Eddie Komo. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. Yeah.
Onua TV.